So, the start of this session, like just described, excuse me, you will find yourself back at the center of Ogar tribe. Um, right after the aftermath of this giant fight, uh, dust and scuff marks and other such uh, remnants of the battle that y'all just went through litter the center square or plaza rather. Um, Around you. As you are all there, the whole party, including Karu and Manella, sitting in the center. What do you do? What do you all do?
I'm pretty sure we on the way to get
So,
Lord Mallard.
how do we want to go about this? Well, when we last talked with Lord Mallard, the kind of deal we made with him was that we had to give him some kind of proof.
So, before we continue that, are you guys leaving the city square or like the center square, center plaza?
I was gonna. I wasn't yet, but if we should
Okay.
think.
I just wanted to make sure and see what everyone's doing.
The Goliaths aren't there anymore, right? They kind of scattered, right?
Like the bystanders, like civilians? Yeah, they're long gone. Like the second things started getting like serious there, they just ran.
Yeah. I feel like we should go and search his family home to get the evidence that we, agreed on getting for Lord Mallard. That way we have, better bargaining chips.
Great plan. Finor looks around and goes, "What family home?"
Well, the chief's home.
Why would?
Wherever Briar and Karu went when they found all that information, we probably should go and search. That's probably where their home, correct?
Yeah. I'd assume so.
So.
It's where the man slept. So.
I mean, that would be
proof of that. I thought you meant proof that I was Thunar, son of.
No. I don't think Lord Mallard cares. No. We just need proof that Chief Zahn was obviously doing what we know he was doing. That way, Lord Mallard has that proof, which he can use for whatever he wants to use it for, but which gets us our end of the deal, which is we free your parents.
Ah.
And for that matter, Maenella's parents too.
Yes.
Are her parents in danger?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Gosh.
Thunar.
You all thought that I was gonna.
I look at Thunar like. Okay. Well, does anybody have any other thoughts about this?
Well, we killed one bastard today, why not two? Making it even two.
I feel like
that is an even number.
I feel like, but wouldn't killing him probably mean we have to fight his guard too? Which
not necessarily.
No. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not up for a full-on fight with a large group of guards right now.
Well, we could be sneaky about it.
Nope.
A few of us are more agile than the others, as he does a side eye to Thunar.
Yes, some of you would have to stay behind.
Yes, some of you.
Yes, some of you. Thanks for volunteering.
Yes.
Thanks for volunteering.
Karu, what are your thoughts?
On what? Killing Mallard?
On killing him or just taking this evidence to him?
Well, I wasn't there when you first negotiated with him, it sounds. But I don't think killing him would be the best option. But if the evidence will help us out, we can. I mean, I'm sure we can just walk into there now. I don't think anyone's really gonna. Probably be chaotic enough over there to just walk in and walk out.
He also said he was getting his own evidence. Also, I
Well, he
look
was-
around at the mess we've made.
It also does help that the entire city turned blue for a bit there.
Evidence.
I mean, we don't have to go get any more if we don't think we need it. So he may have all the evidence he needs, but I just trying to make sure we go with all the cards in our hands.
No, you always prepare before you go to the negotiation table.
Especially a man as rich as Mallard.
Someone that rich is usually pretty crafty.
So I want to make sure we have all of our things lined up ahead of time. That way, you know, he can't swindle us too bad.
Indeed.
If I get swindled anymore by this guy, he's going to get swindled by my axe.
Good one, Thunar.
Thank you.
I'm surprised Thunar knew what swindled meant.
I don't.
By the use of that, I don't.
Do you know what swindle means, Tombstone?
Yes, it's when you chop away.
Absolutely. I've done
You
my
pop
fair
away.
share of swindling before.
You know what?
Some people might even call me the swindler.
No swindler.
No, nobody calls you that.
I think he just called himself that.
I feel like a lot of your titles are not things that other people call you, but things you call yourself, which I admire.
You just don't know the people that call me that.
Oh, they go to another school. Yeah. Guys, I swear she goes to
Alright,
another school. You guys
what's-
just don't know
So
her.
what's the plan?
Balin
Well, if
running
we're not
his
gonna
brother.
kill him, I'm gonna go take a nap.
That's cool. I mean, you know, you might want to be there just in case we have to kill him. If he doesn't agree to, you know, our original terms, then I mean, unless we can find another way around it.
I don't remember our original terms.
Our original terms is we give him proof that Chief Zahn was, you know, trying to sacrifice the tribe, in which he takes the takes the places, you know, having gotten our help to save the town, and as such is seen as somebody, you know, who cares about the town, which gives him the opportunity to be the next chief or some other high-ranking official in charge of the tribe.
Oh yeah, I
He
hate that.
gets more, he gets power. We get your family. I don't like the plan either, but there's not really much else we could do.
Okay.
It's not like there's a lot of law out here. He's kind of the richest person, so in terms of their typical law of trade, he's kind of the guy on top anyways.
Minell's gonna pipe up. We keep mentioning this Lord Mallard. Who is he?
He's a rich human who lives on the outside of town and
Ah,
has a lot of indebted servants, which really are pretty much just slaves.
she kind of like does the
Oh,
air quote things that you did,
quote
looking at
unquote.
it, very confused.
When I do this, it means that what I'm saying is not what I mean.
Oh,
So when I say indebted servants, it just means they're actually just slaves.
I see. Kind of like a metaphor.
Yeah, kind of. Kind of.
I see.
Are our parents considered metaphors?
No. Our parents are considered parents.
Be real.
Okay.
So, what do y'all do?
I say we have enough evidence.
I feel like it'd be best if we had a little bit more. I don't feel like
My
it's
brother.
gonna hurt.
The sky was blue earlier.
We have no physical evidence with us anymore is the problem, and this man is gonna be very good at trying to con people. and convincing. I'm assuming there's no way he has his wealth outside of being able to convince people and be very persuasive. Look, I'll go by myself if I have to and go grab some of this stuff and then meet you all there.
Oh,
If-
I mean,
If Briar or Karu would show me the way.
Yeah, I can do that.
we go loot his house.
We can
Sure.
both show you the way.
I just would like to find just to have I'd like to have some stuff in my hands to show him.
Something
That
tangible.
way he can't just try to say that we're making things up, which I feel is what would happen.
I see Carter offing up a storm in the webcam, and I hear him across the house.
Thunar's snack went down the wrong pipe.
Right. Let's
So is that the
do that
plan?
then. At least I think that's good to go unless anybody has any other ideas.
All right.
So
well, I'll
one
see you
more-
guys later. Come find me when it's over, and then Tombstone will in the middle of the village,
Just
in,
curl
like,
up
the
into a
center.
ball.
and we'll curl up and fall asleep.
Can we go
Are you
over the
still at
plan one
levels
more
of
time?
exhaustion?
No.
Okay.
But-
Okay.
The plan is we go to the place that Briar and Karu went, and where they spied on them originally. So basically, the chief's family home and stuff like that. We're gonna go find physical evidence of their plot to sacrifice the city, and then take that to Lord Mallard
Okay.
in exchange for Thunar's parents.
Okay.
I guess he's probably fine there on the ground. We'll
We
come
can
back.
pick him
together.
back up on our way back.
He's usually fine.
Okay. So
I place a nearby tablecloth or whatever it might have been, whatever's like a blanket. I place it on him, and then
So is that the plan? Is that what y'all do? Do a quick little break. Briar, Phelan, and Karu going to the manor of Zahn to get some evidence, and everyone else going to Mallard?
Oh no, I was gonna go
Sure.
with evidence too.
Okay,
don't
then
wanna
everyone
go
just
to
going to get the
Mallard.
evidence.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to go to Mallard without
Fair
everyone.
enough. Fair enough. So is that the plan?
I think so.
All right. And so you all start walking away, but as you do so, you suddenly hear from behind you a voice coming from on top of one of the buildings.
Do we recognize the voice?
You do. As he says,
Killer
"So
show
I
intro.
assume I'm not going to convince you to just let me have it." As you all quickly turn on your heel to see Faust sitting, legs dangling off the edge, on top of the same kind of official-looking building that y'all entered the underground on.
Surprised you
Oh,
came back.
I would like to have a firebolt immediately in my hand.
He sees a fireball in your hand. He raises his. He says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm not looking to fight you right now. I had to jump on you, so kind of not a good idea to fight after you lose that."
What do you
Did
want?
just-
I was just curious on, I mean, I figured I wouldn't be able to get it, but always worth a try. And if I can get that off, take that off your hands. As he gestures toward the starlight shard in this pedestal in the center of the town.
Oh, it's in my bag now. I put it in my bag.
Oh, then
So
you get to
there's-
gesture toward the bag.
I've reached my hand in my bag to make sure it's still sitting in there.
It is.
You would be correct. This goes nowhere else.
Slumps his shoulders as he sighs. That's what I figured. Gets up, turns around, starts walking away.
Where are you going?
I'm not here. Y'all just beat a chief to the pulp. I don't want to really be around here much longer.
Why do you want it?
Kind of sits there and thinks. I think it'd be fun.
To
No.
do what?
It'll probably be easier to get it from y'all later rather than now. So, Cox kind of just shrugs, and just begins walking off again.
Oh, was
Okay.
it? If we hadn't just finished the battle, I'd kill him right now, but
How's he looking?
I mean, he looked pretty beat up. Probably just as beat up as y'all were. Or y'all are.
Tombstone sits up. Alright, new plan. Somebody's coming with me to kill that bastard.
I'll go with you. I'd like to kill him.
Odd numbers either, so I'm in. 2 sounds much better than 1.
Perfect.
It's 3 now because there's
Right.
It's
three
3 now.
And the 3 now?
Hey, 3 is a great number. It's the best odd number.
Gotta make it 4 afterwards.
No. You can't make it 4. 4 is a bad number. 3 is a good number.
4 is just 2 2s.
I don't need to hear it.
I think
Look.
3 is company.
That is true.
Well, he's walking away. If you guys are gonna do
Let's
it,
go now, Tombstone, Briar.
I don't like splitting up, but I hate that guy.
It's time to be stealthy.
I cast pass without you.
Yeah, we start sneaking about behind them.
Beautiful. Let's track this man.
All right.
Oh, have we had a long rest since 2 sessions
No.
ago?
Nope.
I say we
Okay.
trail behind him for a minute to see where he may go.
Oh yeah, I'm not just like rushing in. We're gonna
Not
go
since
follow
2
him.
sessions ago, Seth? We didn't have a long rest before the last session?
Since y'all, since when
Like, I
y'all
wasn't
started
here.
fighting, y'all have not had a long rest.
The past 2 sessions have been the fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Sorry.
So
No, okay.
We did level up to level 9 though.
you
I
did
did
level
see
up.
that.
You did
I
level
did
up.
see that.
We did level up.
Did I level up? I did.
I pay attention to some things.
Oh, not the level up.
Kate, I knew you were gonna be the one to say that you hadn't leveled up, Kate. I knew it. Hey, that's okay. Nobody told me that we'd leveled up in Nate's campaign until we were 2 levels ahead of where I was.
That's because there's a recap.
Honestly, Cade gets a pass. I would just assume we don't level in this campaign.
He's perfect.
Alright,
Hey, listen. Not all campaigns are level as fast as Nate's.
It's fair enough. It's fast.
Nate's entire campaign length
It's
is
fun, though.
planned to be about as long as this one's been going.
I think he's extending it.
He is
Yeah,
extended.
to
I'm
this
really
long.
excited about it. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, he
Anyways,
said he
back
was
to
going
the
for like a year and a half. Yeah, sorry.
I take it back. I do not cast Pass Without Trace because I have already cast it.
Oh, it's only once per long rest.
long
Do
rest,
it
yeah.
again.
I'm sorry.
Take a quick nap.
Do you
real
still
quick.
Hold on.
do you still have that long rest in a bottle?
Yeah, I have that still. I remember Seth gave that to me.
That was an actual thing.
Yeah, that
What?
was
When
it?
did I do that?
You did that for a boss fight. You
It wasn't a
us
bottle.
rest in
It
a
was
bottle.
like some berries or
Yeah, it was
something
like those little things he gave us
Oh,
like
for
that.
the,
Way back when.
Wait. Did everyone not use them? I thought everyone
No, we
used
absolutely
No,
did.
we all
Oh,
used them.
yeah, 100%. That was a hard boss fight.
That was before
them. That's
Briar.
why I gave it
actually.
to y'all because I'm like, they're not gonna be able to make it through it
Oh, if
without
that was
this.
before Briar, then I don't have it.
Yeah,
that was
before
Zalgrim.
Briar.
So can Briar have her mandatory?
No, that would be Zalgrim.
Every character gets a 1.
All right. Well, like I said, let's go to the thing.
Okay. We go. The thing.
So to
Wait,
Zahn's
are
Manor.
we following Faust?
Yes.
You three
Okay.
Three
are
of us
going.
are following Faust.
Just
Karu will lead us.
We're not
to-
killing him yet. We're just
Yet.
kind of stalking him.
yeah.
We're gonna
We'll
go
see where
ambush
he's
him.
doing.
for-
All right, then.
Everyone was clearing their toenails.
Huh? What?
Are you the one clipping your toenails?
Yeah, 100%. I have a
We can
trash
hear
can. Underneath,
you.
I have a trash can underneath my
We
foot.
can hear
bro.
this every couple seconds. Click.
Click.
Hey, at least at least I keep them clean. You know what I
At
mean?
least
I
if
keep
you're
'em
gonna do
trimmed.
it, at least let us see.
Turn the mic off, bro.
No.
Oh. It's the dogs.
Yeah, I have a
You're
trash can
you're
underneath
barking.
my foot right now. Well, I just finished. So
Perfect
Conveniently.
I'm sorry. That's so. Oh my god.
what, Josiah?
That's
What?
just
Getting
funny.
away from this
This is
conversation.
funny.
Is it
Okay.
gross?
Let's
That
go.
hole was 100%
So-
sitting on the ground, like.
Is it gross?
Havel was
Goodbye.
clipping his toenails after the fight.
We're gonna fight Faust. We're gonna follow him. Click.
That's why Thudar's leaving this
Hold up.
conversation. Thudar's gone. Sorry. Bye bye.
I don't know what
Yeah.
y'all's deal is. I just trimmed my toenails.
That's just funny. You just.
On camera.
No, it wasn't on camera. It's the microphone.
It was unfortunately not on camera. It was unfortunately not on camera.
Thunar walks away in a random
fortunately,
direction. Somebody can stop him if they want to.
I will grab Thunar by whatever clothes he's wearing.
Good luck
And I
with
just kind of
that.
like, I don't like stop you. I just kind of like grab it and tug on like this way, Thunar. And then I start following Karu.
Yeah, okay. I'll go that way.
All right.
Ichi, are you going with us or the Faust people?
I'll
Are you sneaky?
go. Huh?
Are you sneaky? Well, there's 3 of them. We really don't need more going training after Faust.
I'll go wherever I'm wanted or needed.
Come with us.
You're always wanted.
I'll
That's
go
true.
with y'all.
Okay. We will go and get the evidence.
All right. So the 3 following Faust, how do you want to follow him?
Well, are we running through alleyways, or there's just like? Is he on the rooftop?
there are streets and alleyways.
Is he on the rooftop still?
I mean, he just kind of like was walking on the roof and kind of like disappeared from like, because he was like it was like a 2 to 3 story building essentially. So he just kind of disappeared from y'all's view when he walked away.
I look at Havel. I say, "Boost me."
I give
Throw
him
me
a
up to the
boost,
roof. Yeah. I'll
and
climb
I'm
up on the
following
roof.
behind him.
So you're trying to get a boost and then climb to the roof.
Yeah.
All right, roll athletics. As you
Well,
get
what
a,
do I
you
do?
you give a boost that gets him maybe a third of the way up.
That's a 13.
As he begins climbing a little bit. I have the wrong tab open. There we go. He begins climbing a little bit, and I'll say with a 13 is able to get to the top of the roof. It's not that hard of a climb. And as he gets to the top, nothing.
I mean, he went off the back side of the roof, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Potentially.
I'll walk and look and see if I can see him.
All right, and roll a perception around me as you try to look for him.
Yeah, that's a 24.
A 24.
Nice.
And as you look around, you see the alleyways below you. You see the kind of places where people kind of just up and drop their stuff from the chaos that ensued in the plaza. But surprisingly enough, you don't see him.
Bastard.
Okay. Any indications of like marks he left behind?
Yeah. I'll say you found like signature as you got on top of the roof and like started looking around. You saw a signature like drag marks of chains, that went off the. I'm trying to think of cardinal directions right now. Went off the building, the rooftop, toward the west.
Do they look like he left them intentionally that direction,
No,
or are they like this, like actually the direction that he
that
went?
was just the direct. Yeah, that was just direction he went.
Okay, I was just making sure he's not leaving any false tracks. I'll signal. I'll look down at the building and I'll like signal to the west,
I take off to the west.
and I'll jump across. Can I jump across to the next rooftop?
You can certainly try. It's about like a whole story lower.
Okay, I don't care.
All right.
Spider-Man.
Roll an acrobatics to see how well you land.
Oh yeah, let's do this. 17.
Oh, not bad, not bad. So you'll jump across and not perfectly stick the landing, but stick it well enough to where you're like, oh, okay. you don't feel any injury. You don't get any injury from jumping across that. And
Do I see anything as I'm walking west?
perception.
I'll go that way too.
I got a 24.
Dang, high rolls.
Nice.
Two
Gotta find
24s
this
in a
kid.
row.
Looking west. Where are you going? Are you trying like Main Street or like main streets or like where are you looking?
Whoa, that depends. Where he hopped off going west? Is there a main street
I
where
mean,
he
there's
hopped
like
off at?
there are streets going west. There are alleyways. There are walkways.
I'm saying like where does it look like he hopped off at? Like
westward. I mean, that's the direction from the rooftop. He just went that direction. He could have landed on another roof. He could have landed on the ground. You don't really know.
sure, I'll go. I'm just trying to get an idea of like where he dropped off at, if he did drop off, where he would have, because it's a lot of real estate.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see.
I'll go Havel, take the alleyway, and I'll say, Briar, go down the main street.
I'll take the alleyway.
We'll comb the city west.
Okay.
I'll take the rooftops, eye in the sky. I'll send Briar down the main street and you down the alleys.
We'll treat it like an Amber Alert.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. 24 going down the alleyway.
24 going down the alleyway. So going down the alleyway, looking around, you see like a couple places where like you'd figure like homeless Goliaths would stay.
Mm-hmm.
Little tents made up in like small nooks and crannies. And as you kind of turn around and start heading west, looking down, you don't see him. You don't see any like any person moving quickly through them, but you do see tracks and traces of him going westward still.
In the alley?
In the alleyways, yes.
I'll keep following that direction.
All right.
I'm not gonna necessarily call to them.
Mhm.
First of all, because I don't want they shout their names, and second of all, he may appear out in the main street or on a rooftop again.
Right. And so, as you keep following these tracks, you're tracing it, following it until suddenly it just stops.
Perception check. I want to see what's around me.
Roll it.
You're talking about in the ground, right?
Yeah, like the tracks on the ground.
15. Does it look like he climbed anything, or?
Not that you can tell. It just kind of goes to like a dead, like not a dead end of an alley, but pretty much just like if you keep going, it goes into like the main street, but the tracks just kind of end.
What am I next to? Is there like a store I'm next to, or like a building in this alley that?
Just typical brick wall alleyway.
No, like specific stores or anything that may like. No chain store. Of any-
No chandelier chain store. The
It
other
doesn't
two,
look
what
like
are
he
you,
climbed anything. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
the other two, what are y'all doing?
If I could,
Yes.
since I'm going down the main, I guess the main street down the middle, I don't want to like sneak. I'm very
Uh-huh.
obviously out, and I want to prestidigitation like a fake starlight shard, like in my hand,
Okay.
and
Interesting.
like walk around like I'm obviously looking
Right.
for Faust, I guess. And I will actually look for him, but I'm not trying to look suspicious about it. Like I'm not
You're not trying to do it subtly.
right. Like I'm not trying to be. I don't know. Like I'm
So
not. Yeah,
what
I
a.
don't know.
Okay, then roll your choice of deception or performance.
I will roll deception. That's 21.
21. So as you kind of run around, people who are like starting to kind of open their doors and peek out as the noise has stopped. As people kind of start to slowly repopulate the streets, they kind of look at you a little weird because you're just running around holding this glowing
I'm
rock,
just walking.
essentially.
I'm not running.
Okay, you're just walking, looking around,
just-
holding this glowing
Yeah,
rock.
yeah. Casually. Yeah.
Yeah, and looking around, you don't see him at all. But I'm trying to think of what else would happen from this roll. I think that's it.
Okay.
Tombstone.
And I'll keep walking and looking.
Yeah. I want to like play coordinate like between them. So
Uh-huh.
like, I mean, if I see him, I see him. But I'm just gonna like kind of try to position myself on a rooftop where I can see both Havel and Briar walking down the main road, or at least like be able to like hop between a couple roofs to like go
Right.
back and check on them like at the same time, so that like none of them, neither one of them gets ambushed and they don't have somebody to like
No. Yeah, okay.
roaming
Yeah.
support.
That's fair.
So if he's up there, do I see him like checking on us?
I would say, yeah, like as you were running to that one alleyway, you would have seen him checking
Mhm.
on, and then you'd like take like a left or something like that. Find the alleyway where his tracks just stopped, with a building to your left, and so you'd have to like walk back a little bit to look at him again.
Yeah. Can I signal to Tombstone that I found tracks, but they just like dead end?
Roll performance for me real quick.
8.
8. So, Tombstone, you see like you're tracking as Briar's doing her thing, kind of like looking around with the shard, with the fake shard, and you see Havel like kind of. It seems like he's like following something between turns, and like a few like 30 or so seconds later, see him walk back out, and he kind of starts making hand movements. And what you get from that is that you get that someone like he walked down this and died.
Go! Woohoo! Yeah.
You think that Faust's dead body is in that alleyway.
Or that's what he signaled to me.
That's what you think he signaled to you, yes.
What? That makes no sense. I didn't hear any gunshots.
Does he look confused?
Yes.
Probably.
I'm gonna repeat the hand signal.
Okay. The exact same one?
No.
Okay, then try again.
17.
Okay, this time you see him like Havel just like shake his head a bit, thinks of it a second, does a second one, and now you commit. Oh, his track stopped, not his life.
Oh.
Easy mistake to make.
I'll like point west and then like question mark, like shrug.
Do I pick up the fact that he says west question mark?
I mean, yeah,
shrug?
he points west and then shrugs.
Yeah. I'll keep heading west then, I guess.
Keep roaming the city.
All right, and so everyone will continue going west. The people going to Zahn's manor.
That'd be yes.
Yes, Karu shows you the way, and as y'all are walking to this manor, similar to what I described before, people are kind of like, the further you get away from the plaza, obviously like the more populated the streets are, but closer to the plaza, people are kind of slowly starting to like peek their heads through doors, open windows, and kind of trying to figure out what all that ruckus was. And as you're getting closer or more away from the center, there are people who just never went inside, and you hear people murmuring around you about all the noise that was coming from over there, and people were asking if they missed the big finale that Zahn had been talking about. As you make your way to this manor. And slowly, as you approach, you find this large, very fine wooden house. It doesn't look as fine or like as extravagant as Lord Malor's estate y'all have been to before. But in terms of like presence, it's like very much commanding. As you walk up to and you see people like from its windows, you see a bunch of like movement inside. Or whatever, as Karu kind of slowly leads y'all to the big wooden doors at the front.
Is anybody guarding the doors or anything, or is they just
No.
open them and go in?
Yep. So you open the doors, and inside there's servants like running around. You have people in those like kind of off-white robes that y'all have seen all around. Some of them are like pretty much just like fiercely discussing amongst each other. Other people are like carrying scrolls and there's such thing around. It's hectic inside. As Kara
Do
kind
they
of looks
take?
at the rest of y'all and says, "See what I mean? Chaos."
Okay. Do any of them? So none of them take note of us or anything?
I mean, unless y'all are like trying to make yourselves known, like some people might look at you, but be like, I don't have time for that.
Mm-hmm.
Or where would be? Do you know where Zon's office was?
Yeah, well, I found Briar, as he points over, right over there. As you see, kind of like a off to the side, a kind of not large wooden doors, but kind of thicker, more exquisite wooden doors.
I guess we should start there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk over there and look at the doors, and then, if they look fine, then I'm open them.
So as you pull them open, you see about 3 or 4 of those Goliaths in like robes as they're like grabbing stuff from the desk and like shoving it into bags and other such things. Just other people are in bookshelves, like finding a book, putting it in there. They look like they're clearing the place out.
Mm-hmm. How many people are in here?
Oh, just 3 or 4 of the Goliaths. That's it. And then y'all who just walked in.
Yeah, once we all step in, I shut the door. I shut the doors behind us before anything happens.
Yeah.
I shut the doors behind us.
Hearing the door shut, like a few of them stop and like look over and see you guys.
Stop.
Kind of look at each other like, what do we do here?
I'm assuming you're clearing out the place.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
am Thunar.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
We're doing as our chief instructed.
I will walk towards them and say, "Ah, the chief who tried to kill everyone. Then I know where you stand, and I will draw my weapon."
As they all kind of, they all like the
If you know what,
very
if
like
you
worriedly
if you
looking
drop
at each other.
if you drop everything you put in your bags, and you just take off running, you don't have to die.
Hiding evidence of injustice is almost worse than injustice.
Does it start like stammering as one of them? Evidence?
Bolt the fire too. We don't have time to mess with you all. We know everything. Put it down.
As they all just kind of like slowly. Actually, roll intimidation for me real quick.
Okay.
I wanted to do that too. I was walking towards the
you can also roll it.
Clear up my thing and figure out what dice
20.
to use.
20. Okay.
20 will probably be better than what I get. Oh, I got a nat 20.
Nice!
Let's go.
20 gang.
So with the 20 and nat 20, they kind of like slowly lower their stuff, kind of square you up a bit, look at each other.
I'm standing in front of the door, but I'm
Yeah.
Thank you.
Listen, we don't know anything of what's going on. We were just ordered to take everything that was in his office.
I'm sure. Where are his personal or important documents?
As like 3 of them look over toward one person who is near the desk. What important documents?
Give them to me.
Oh, you mean these important documents? As he pulls up a bag.
And I'll stick my hand out. In my hand, now.
He will like gingerly reach his arm off and like kind of shuffle towards you and slightly toss it into your hand.
Thank you for being so helpful. Thunar, I'll let you decide what happens now. And I'm gonna step out of Thunar's way and start looking in the bag of what documents we have.
I just want to look at them. Kind of look. Is it 3 of them?
There's 4 of them.
I'll look at one. Look at the second one. The third one. Back at the second one. And then the fourth one. And I'll just...
Just worry and fear is in all of their eyes.
Who are you? You related to him?
No, we are his personal personal religious leaders. We help him with his walk in the divine spirit.
I don't know what the frick that it means. Look. In the documents my friend has, and that you are about to cover up, should contain so-called evidence that he was going to kill us all.
And they kind of look at each other. Are you talking about the summoning?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, your chief was gonna sacrifice the entire village. I'm guessing you already knew about that then.
We knew about a summoning. We did not knew nothing about sacrificing a the tribe.
Oh,
Oh,
Well,
that's
you're-
the price for the summoning. Was
yes,
your
your
family.
chief.
Have you lost your family before? I have.
no.
It sucks.
I'm
Think about it.
sorry. Look, can you just let us go?
Be better. I just turn around and walk away.
Kind of stand there for a moment, look at each other, and then I'll just start shuffling out of the door.
Is what we need in this bag of documents that I'm holding.
Well, they're not taking anything out of the room, so we got plenty
No,
of time.
no,
to look.
I've been looking
so
in this bag since
looking
you
in this
started
bag of documents, you find one that is very uncannily similar to the drawing that Briar made for you earlier about the kind of the sigil with the pedestal in the center. But now it's all the details are filled in, and you can see pretty much it looks exactly like the same platform and pedestal that y'all fought Zahn on earlier.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. It's pretty incriminating. Is there anything like specifically tying him to what this summoning was supposed to do?
So looking at some of the documents, you see kind of almost not notarized, but almost like journaled, kind of schematics and blueprints of the tribe itself. Some of it is you've seen kind of signed Zahn, but then others are signed other names as you kind of flip through them as you see the schematics grow and grow as Ogar built and was developed.
I'll stop one of the ones before they walk out. One last question, and I'll point to one of the names that's signed on there. It's not Zahn.
Yeah.
Is this the past chief?
He kind of looks over. Oh, Chief Zarak? Yeah, he was chief about 70 years ago.
Good to know. Thank you. You're good.
And then he shuffles out. And as he shuffles, Karu, who was holding the door open for them, kind of closes it. Wow, I didn't have to do anything.
Karu. How many times have I told you? We keep you around for good ideas. As I will start pilfering through paper.
Glad I'm useful for something.
I'll say, Karu, in the time that we've been separated, we've definitely had to learn a lot. So
I can tell.
What? Well, I think we've got most of the incriminating evidence we need, and shake the bag, right here.
Is there any more? Yeah, I'll add more incriminating evidence.
No, yeah, keep looking.
Can I look for incriminating evidence?
If you want to look, roll me investigation.
Ooh.
Does he have any cool magic books?
15.
Here. I will
15.
also
Roll that investigation.
I got a 15.
I got a net 20.
Oh, frick! So
Go with Carter's first, though.
Yeah, so you got a 15. So looking around, you just find you don't find much. You find a few writings on what you kind of can't make much sense of them, but it mentions stuff about summoning, and you recognize the name Lucrum in there a bit. So you're like, okay, maybe that has to be some documentation on that. And so you stuff that into the bag. Phelan, you looking around, you kind of direct your attention toward the bookshelves, right, and not the desk or any of the papers or stacks of papers themselves. And eventually, as you look down, you find one book that's very similar to the book of summoning sigils you had before, or the book of sigils you had before, but now this is almost like a expanded version, including ones of the hand sigils that Zahn was using, and the super kind of more secretive sigils like the summoning sigil that Zahn was going to use as the tribe itself.
Hmm.
And it
Okay,
like
okay.
lists and details all of those there.
Okay. I'm gonna take that one. I'm not gonna stick it in the bag. I'm gonna stick it in my bag first. If this stuff is not enough, I'm gonna use that book. But if not, I'm keeping that book to study for myself.
Absolutely, and that's
Because
why
that's
I
a
gave it to you.
freaking dope book. I'm fixing to show up in a
What? Oh my
middle of the
gosh.
fight. But yeah. Ichiri, you find anything?
Huh?
I said you find anything over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I was in the kitchen.
Yummy.
Yeah, I don't really have to do anything.
Okay. Then y'all can kind of fisher things out, and still amidst the chaos of people moving stuff around and carrying papers and all other stuff, you can just leave.
Nice.
All right. Those.
Please tell me those three are like cowering somewhere.
Oh, you didn't even see them. They're gone.
Go outside, see a trail of dirt as they're running.
Yeah. All right. So the ones following Faust. You continued on your search westward, and now roll me your choice of perception, investigation, or survival to try to either find him, track him, or find like clues of traces of him.
11.
12.
Come on, Alexandra, get that 13.
23.
23.
Yes.
So, looking around, y'all, the Tombstone and Tombstone and Havel, you don't really find anything. Havel, you keep going, and you can't pick up any more tracks or traces, of him anywhere. Same with you, Tombstone, as you kind of look from your vantage point. But Briar, as you kind of start looking, and you see Havel kind of come from this one alleyway, I'm assuming he'd say something about the tracks stopping there.
I'd do the same hand signals.
Yeah. And you're like, okay. And so you kind of look around, and you kind of start you're looking, but you don't see anything. So you go back to where the tracks that you found, that Havel found, and sure enough, you find them, and you find that they completely stopped. But looking a little closer, you realize that the tracks, like the last like two like kind of footprints of the track, it makes it looks like he kind of like leapt forward, and then this,
Right.
and then
Why do you have the shard?
It's not real.
You fooled me. Like, what are you
she
doing with
takes a
it?
bite clean out of the jar.
What the hell? No.
Tombstone, no. Sorry, force habit.
I'm gonna jump up there.
You see.
if
Oh.
I can. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say, yeah. So to be clear on like what you found was, he didn't like jump upward. He jumped forward, like he like jumped,
Oh.
kind of like he was doing like a long jump or something like that.
Just for funsies. He's so quirky.
Trying to throw us off his trail.
So
Where did he land?
I'm just gonna keep
You
walking,
see no
I guess.
and
Nothing
looking,
else?
you find no landing tracks.
Does he fly?
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Can I look
can
at the
try.
like edges of the roofs of the buildings?
Yeah.
Is this man Spider-Manning around?
10.
This is Seth's way of saying give up. Stop following this man. Stop following
No,
him.
the worst thing is like y'all have like this is like I could ask for one roll, but not for these characters. It wouldn't make sense.
What,
So,
an Arcana check?
so the Arcana
I
check
just
with
did.
a 10. I'm trying to say.
Can I at
what
least
can or can't
smell a tinge of magic?
say. You have, from your untrained like senses of magic, you don't know much, but you have been around Isha, the Archmage, quite a bit.
Mhm.
So you at least have some sense of it.
Yeah. So there's an off odor when I'm around
Right.
Isha and Phelan.
And like you have no clue what it is, what it could have been. But you have the slightest, like, you know, like occasionally when you're like walking and you kind of get like a whiff that like brings back like a glimpse of a
Like
memory.
neurons fire, and you're just like,
Yeah, and you're like, that reminded me of something. I don't remember what
Yes.
the memory was or how it reminded me, but it did.
so
That's
like
kinda
I
what
just kind of like.
And like within a moment, you're like even questioning yourself, like, did I sense that, or like am I
Well, good thing my character's prideful. I'm gonna trust my senses. I think it's this way. I can tell that there's something going on here.
I would say, and okay, what did your Arcana check? That is,
What do you mean? What did I Arcana check?
because you just said Arcana check. So
I just asked if I could roll an Arcana check. I wanted to see if there's any spells afoot.
no, there's no spells afoot, but rather like a
Sigil?
no, like a the what's it called? The aftermath or the fallout. of
Residual?
one.
Residue.
Residual. That's the one. Residue of it.
Of a spell?
Yes.
So I know this? I figured this out? Or is this like a...
I would say you would have figured this out. Yeah.
Okay.
We just don't know what he can.
I communicate that to Briar, and then I communicate that in ASL to Tombstone. That I think there was a spell afoot, and it is dissipating.
I'm hoping that he's somewhere around. I don't know. If he jumped forward, I guess I don't know if it even looks like that. I'll walk a little bit more forward and see if I can. Is there anything else?
From
Or is that it? Is
from
that
the
gone?
24 from the 23 perception check you got, you could not find any other tracks.
Nothing else. I'll kind of talk at a normal level. If you come out, we can make a deal of sorts. And just hope. Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
Don't flaunt your power of soundboard at us.
I eat
forgot,
the
he don't
starlight
get it.
shard and
Your jaw just like unhinges like a snake.
yeah. It turns into gelatin and I just
Nice jello.
Are there any homeless Goliaths nearby?
Sure.
I walk up to one. Excuse me. My name is Havel Talon. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The streets are blue. The streets are blue.
I have a question for you.
Yes, I was shot at. The streets are blue.
Have you perhaps seen a man with chains around his arm leaping through this alleyway?
The streets are blue. The streets are blue. Everything was blue. Lots of people running around. Lots of people. Like panic everywhere.
Yes,
Not me,
yes,
not me,
but
not me. I don't panic. I knew the streets.
I
Were blue.
can
knew
see
the streets
that.
are going to. The streets are always blue.
yes.
As he's like
The
just kind of
man
sitting
with
there, like
chains.
slightly rocking back and forth.
But the man
Is
with
there another
chains.
one?
Chains, clink, clink.
Shing, 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 dragging the ground. You had to have seen him.
I see everything. I heard him too. He ran. He was ching ching.
Which direction? Which direction?
And he kind of looks down the corridor, down to the blue street, down the blue street. He ran, and then he was gone.
I'm gonna go down to the blue street. The blue street doesn't exist, I know that, but the corner what he looked at, I'm gonna move on.
I mean, it was like the same corner where you saw the tracks disappear.
Okay.
The same alleyway.
Havel goes to the one insane Goliath that he could find.
You know, most homeless people aren't Houston homeless people, Seth. They're not most Houston. He's not like
Ethan found the only one having a schizophrenic fit.
No, he just made me feel at home. The glass like throws a needle. Oh, give me that. No.
Can I do an Arcana check too? I don't
Sure.
probably won't change anything.
Roll-
Dirty 20.
Roll it with advantage.
Okay, it's probably still gonna be a dirty 20. Yep, dirty 20.
So, hearing Havel kind of yap about some of the stuff with the magic and spells or whatever, you're like, okay, let me see if I can figure out anything. And you kind of start reaching out, and thankfully, for you, you also had a really interesting mentor. You had Aegis as a mentor. And soon, you pretty much are immediately able to realize what happened here. Because Aegis is probably the premier user of teleportation in the world. And you immediately pick up on some of the residuals of teleportation magic.
He sure do be a teleportation genius.
Yeah, he teleported. He's not here.
Is that a train I hear coming through here?
I knew
No,
somebody was
they
gonna
have
make a joke.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What is that?
Bro says that they took forever to find 2 pair tracks because they were just fumbling around.
Yeah, we were fumbling around.
What do you mean? We rolled 2 24s at the beginning of that encounter.
Uh-huh. And then a 21, yeah.
I don't actually think it's railroading, except that was being silly.
Okay, he's gone, so I guess we go back now.
Okay, because of that comment now, Havel, you will have 0 direction from now on. No help. NPCs, non-existent.
Okay, I thought the homeless guy was pretty good.
I love the homeless guy. Very funny.
That was very on the fly for the blue streaks. Seth,
The best
please forgive me.
characters-
I wasn't being serious
No,
when
you're
I
fine,
just said
you're
that.
fine.
The best characters are always the ones that you make up randomly. Like the curator in the library you guys visited.
Yes.
Best characters. The random homeless guy you met on the street. Hey, can we find him and bring him along like Julius?
All right.
No. Don't think that would work out.
I
So
communicate to
Tombstone will
Tombstone.
hop down from the building, seeing y'all looking confused and staring at the sky, and go, "Alright, so where is he?"
He teleported.
He
He did, in
teleported.
fact, teleport. He used magic, but a coward. That's the second time he's been a coward.
What do you
Magic
expect?
users are such cowards.
Chain wearers are
Don't
such
tell
cowards.
Phelan.
I
Like, they're gonna wear
sneeze.
chain. And then you just see a thing of flames over the skyline.
Spell users.
Son of a dragon.
I guess we should head back to the rest of the party or go find Lord Mallard, but
I'm gonna go blow off some steam. I'll see you guys later. And
what does
Tombstone
blowing
just
off
walks
steam
off
look
into the
What does
alley.
blowing off steam look like for you, Tombstone?
Keeps walking.
Tombstone. Okay, let's go, Briar.
All right.
Where's the frying pan when you need it, Havel?
Boom.
I guess we're just going back.
All
You
right.
mentioned dragons. I've heard you can make deals with dragons.
Can you?
I think so.
Are they not such bad hoarders that they
Well,
won't
if you
kill
pay them
anyone?
enough, they may work for you.
Work for you?
At least the legend I've been told.
I've not heard this.
It was a children's story.
Oh, must be true then.
Probably. Usually they come from truth. Sorry. I've never spoken to you, so I'm trying to make small talk. Forgive me.
That's okay. I'm not good at it.
Obviously. Anyways, let's keep
Wow.
walking.
I like it better this way anyway.
Havel stumbling through small talk. Sorry, I'm not good at small talk. Obviously.
I'm trying my best here, and you're giving me nothing.
All right, so are y'all going to Mallard's or where y'all?
I think I'm just gonna goof around somewhere.
I don't know what they're
Yeah,
doing,
yeah, I'll
but
go
the people with the evidence are going to Mallard's.
Okay.
I'm going to
Yeah,
Lord
going to
Mallard's
Mallard.
place too.
Oh, that's cool.
no!
Like, everyone's going to Mallard. You're gonna go kill him.
Oh no!
I did want to say
Gonna die
that.
today.
I told you I was gonna go blow off some steam.
gosh, we're gonna have to.
So, all of you meet back up, kind of, and the like, kind of like, going up toward Lord Mallard's estate. Tombstone, I will let you decide if you want to like kind of meet up with them there, or if you want to kind of go in on your own.
Oh no, I'm sneaking in on my own.
All right, then roll that sneak for me. Roll that stealth for me as you all.
Guys.
Does
meet up
his
in the
building
front.
have like rafters?
Define rafters
Like,
for me real quick.
does he have like a main hall where it like has beams that like go across the ceiling like a big roof?
Once you could like stand on top of.
Oh yeah. Inside, I'd say maybe not like in his like sitting room essentially, but like in the main hall, yes, I would say there are rafters. Kind of like
And-
really thick like square bar rafters.
And when he's met with us before, have we met with him in the main hall?
No, so you enter in the main hall and then you're escorted to like his sitting room. Essentially, it's essentially his throne room.
Okay.
Where he like kind of sits. And that's where he does most of his like business and commanding of like his property.
Okay.
And like
Is
that's
there,
a
like-
smaller room, so it doesn't have the rafters, but the main hall.
Is there
does.
gonna be a place to hide in his like throne room area? Because I've been in there before. Like, how big is it? Like, I'm just thinking before I like infiltrate.
Yeah,
place,
yeah,
I need a place to go.
Think of it as like a master bedroom size for like a
Okay.
manor, but just converted into like this sort of pseudo throne room area. So there will be windows that you would definitely be able to get in from. And in terms of like the decor, you have like the chair in the center, near the back of the room, and then you have like some paintings and some tapestries and probably like a suit of armor or two on the sides of the room leading up toward the throne.
Okay. I would like. I'm gonna roll stealth. But I'm trying to get inside one of the suits of armor and go hide inside one of them.
Roll it.
Briar, Havel,
Phelan.
where did Tombstone go?
11.
He said he needed to go blow off steam
Go
and
back.
walked in just a direction. I think he was walking east or something. I don't know where he went.
Okay, he probably went to take a nap.
Yeah, took a nap, ate a child. You never really know with Tombstone, but he could be anywhere. I mean, he could even be here in these walls, but I doubt it.
Tombstones in your
These
walls.
walls.
Tombstones in your walls.
Well, I guess we'll find him when he'll find us.
Did you find any evidence?
Bag. Oh yeah,
I see. You have it in the bag.
we found everything we needed.
Nice.
Thunar and I, we can be quite convincing, right, Thunar?
Oh yeah. I'm hoping
I-
to convince this guy.
I see it.
So as you kind of approach the estate, there's a couple servants kind of sitting there waiting, and they kind of notice you, kind of flag you down a bit. And as you approach, welcome. Lord Mallard has been waiting for you.
Of course he's waiting for me. Show me to him.
Yes.
Thank you.
Did you say that with the group, or is this?
No. Obviously they saw me, so my stealth failed. So I'm just asking them to show me.
I was gonna do something a little different with that,
Oh. Never mind.
because I was gonna say you can successfully sneak up upon the estate, unnoticed by the party and everyone else.
Oh, perfect. I'll do that then.
Okay.
I misunderstood what you were going for.
Sorry, yeah. I started that whole thing while you roll.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say like we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
To
Come
that
back.
roll.
We'll come back to that. Yeah.
We'll come
yeah.
back to that roll. And so
Thunar, do you want to
Never
take
mind.
the lead on this when we get in there? These are your parents, you and Manelis.
I mean, you have the evidence.
Well, yes, but do you want to take the lead on this? I'm asking you.
Oh.
This is much more personal for you than it is for me.
Sure. I don't know what I'm going to do except for point to the evidence in your bag.
Well, that's fine, but yeah. We got this together, but
Okay.
And so you all walk in, and this familiar environment. The servant kind of lets you into the estate and then shows you to the room where Mallard sits. And as you enter, you see Mallard kind of like, "Ah, yes. I had sent for you earlier, but I found that you were busy.
unfortunately so.
Seeing everyone here, I assume that means you won."
Yes. He is. No more.
He kind of smiles. Perfect. So, what is your offer? I assume that's why you're here? And as he talks and kind of like leans back and settles back into his chair, he moves a bit, and from where he was standing, behind him, you see Tombstone from outside the window. Just kind of staring in at y'all.
I just be like, sorry, it's something in my
I don't
throat.
think I would see it personally.
I mean, is your passive above an 11?
It is an 11.
Then you'd see him.
Wait, no. Okay.
Anyone
think
who's
that was
passive
it.
is an 11 or
Tombstone's
above.
face is like
minus-
pressed up against the glass.
Exactly, like face pressed up against, like he's like you
Like,
see it in his
it's
eyes,
like-
he's scheming.
It's like really light outside, so you gotta like press your face really close in so you can see into the darker interior. And he's like squinting.
Sorry.
His tongue is like hanging out one side. He's focusing really hard. I'm also thinking about how can I open this window.
I'm imagining this, and this is great. I wish I could draw so I could draw this crap.
So, I assume you went and found out the same thing that we had told you because you said you were going to send your scouts out.
Yes, I did some work.
Great. Now, for that tipping you off and the power vacancy, I will take 2 of your servants.
2 of my servants for something I could have figured out on my own, and the opportunity that came from that.
Something you didn't figure out on your own without a hint.
And something that you would not have been able to stop.
Ah,
had you
yes,
not
a hint
been there.
is worth 2 perfectly able bodies.
No, it's
Bad.
not the. It's not necessarily the hint. It's the fact that Chief Zahn is no longer in your way.
Well, let me have a counter offer for these 2 people you so desperately want. And
Sure.
right after he said that, Manila kind of like leans over to Briar. Who are these 2 people that they're talking about?
Karu told her, so she knows. But
I mean, she knows about the parents. She just doesn't know that they're
Oh,
here
oh.
and like they're trying to get them.
Dunar's parents, right? Is
Oh,
what
my
we're talking about?
parents?
Oh, your parents. Oh, you didn't? Did you? Yeah, yours.
Oh.
Sorry,
Okay.
both of your parents. They belong to both of you.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And she kind of goes back. And then Mallard
Sorry, I got
continues.
confused for a second.
I have a counter offer. You see, I did my own research, and I found that, well, I looked into the laws of the chiefdom of this tribe, and I found something interesting. I read the laws, and I found that if there is one that challenges the current reigning chief to a bout of mutual combat, and they best this chief, they are bestowed the title. And, well, seeing as though, from what my servants told me, it seemed pretty mutual from their perspective, I'll ask for this. The title of chief for those two Goliaths. Yes, I went and I did proper research there. This title can be bestowed from one person to another without the use of any barbaric combat.
Who's the chief?
Gunnar, I think that'd be you. You're the one who beat Zahn.
Ah.
That is my
Well,
offer.
enough. I am the chief, and I command you.
He kind of smiles. The chief cannot command someone to give up property.
Property that we have proof that you've been secretly inflating.
Inflating?
You see. Tell him, Phelan.
The math and the numbers for your servants' debts don't add up.
What do you mean?
They exponentially increase to a never-ending amount. It's extortion and slavery at its finest.
Extortion?
At the very least. But
I simply see that the quality of my housing, the quality of the food I give them, and everything else that they have to pay for while staying here is, well, I think it's worth what they pay. If they
Seth,
don't
didn't you
agree,
say
they can?
Sorry,
What was that?
I totally interrupted you. Didn't you say they lived in a barn?
I mean, he calls it the stables, but
Oh.
they're pretty much just like think like college dormitory housing, like kind of like the lower end of that.
Graham?
Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, like Graham.
Yeah, no, not worth it.
If they don't like the prices they pay, they can go live somewhere else.
And it's like the meal plan too.
Yeah, exactly.
it's too expensive and the food sucks.
I am perfectly allowed to state the prices of my own things. If they want to, this is all exposed to them when they sign on, when we make the agreement.
Gunnar,
Don't think that you're the first person to come to me with such outrageous claims.
So you have a history of it.
I've been here for over 40 years. Of course I have a history.
A history of extorting the people who are most vulnerable.
Extorting? That's such a petty word. I don't see it as extorting. I see it more as opportunity. If they want to pay those prices, let them.
Did you see it as opportunity when you sold 2 children?
What? What are you talking about?
Does he really not know? Can I roll insight? Seth?
Yeah, you can roll insight.
I don't know why he's giggling like
Approximately
that. 17.
26 years
Havel
ago.
seems to be losing his patience.
Yeah.
Approximately
I put a hand on Havel's arm.
Is there a latch on this window?
Take a break.
There is.
26 years ago.
Good to know.
2 of your servants had what you all refer to as the incident. Then you went against your word and got rid of said incident. I tell you today that both incidents are standing in front of you with authority over you.
Oh. Oh, those. I'd almost forgotten. Yes, I did sell what was my property. I assume,
First order
as he
chief.
points at Thunar, the only two Goliaths in this group. I assume that you are those children coming to bite back at the one who's oppressed you.
It's time to pay for what you have done to others.
What I've done to others is what they've done to themselves. They're in debt. I'm just giving them a way out, or at least a way to live peacefully with it. Would you rather them go and die? Executed because they can't pay their debts?
What's to happen to me then?
To you? Kinda just shrugs. I don't know.
Exactly.
Are you in debt?
Nope, but you sold me as your property as if I was. You owe me a lifetime of debt.
I don't owe you anything. You were born here from what is my property. What comes from my property is my property.
No. They are to work for you. You're not entitled to their offspring.
Let me put it in a way you Goliaths will understand. If I have 2 goats, and they make a goat, is that goat mine?
I cast a message to Tombstone very discreetly, and I say, if you can kill this guy, I am 100% on your side this time. Please do so.
Thunar will
Can I
shake his head.
Try to. How does the window open?
So you know, like those
Does it slide up or does it
no, it's like
open out?
it opens and like kind of so it'll open toward you, but it's like kind of one of those panes that you turn the knob and you open it outward.
So
Can I attempt to stealthily open the window?
Yes, roll.
As he's doing
stealth or
this,
sleight of hand.
as a distraction, I'm still talking boldly and loudly, right?
So will that give him advantage? It's distracting.
Roll performance as you do this, then.
Okay, I'll roll performance.
And then let's say I'm gonna let
Oh,
RP.
21.
I'm gonna let RP help out like the DC for this to see how well
Okay.
you do this.
I got 21, and then I say,
Okay.
then the lifetime of debt you owe me, for the lifetime of debt that you owe Manella, for the mounding debt you owe our parents, and the mounding debt that you owe many others.
He cocks an eyebrow.
I did not wish to do this.
Cocks an eyebrow. Your parents? As it kind of like
I did not wish to
all
do this,
connects.
but an injustice has been happening since the day you arrived. By your word 40 years ago. I will pay 40 years worth of justice to you now. How close is Tombstone to his freaking
I was about
neck?
to say, silently, Tombstone. You see him kind of like pull out it's like the tip of his like halberd or something, and kind of click the thing open as it kind of slowly creeps open, only giving the slightest of creak that is over just completely blown away from your speaking right now, as he kind of slinks in. And then after hearing that, Mallard just erupts in laughter. So you're telling me you came, you found whoever your sister was, came back, and then killed the chief of the tribe to come back and get your parents? Oh, this is golden. my offer stands. Title of chief for your parents. Nothing less. And if you want to give more, I'll certainly take it. As Tombstone, you are now within striking distance of him.
I look at Thunar and make eye contact with him.
I bow my head towards the towards Mallard and Tombstone, and I say, "Then may you rest in peace."
And I take my halberd, and it's going straight for his neck, over the top of his chair.
Roll the hit. To see how
Does
well...
Thunar have his weapon out?
So if I'm hidden,
I think it's
if
so.
I'm hidden from him, I have advantage on the
Yes,
strike.
this
correct?
is a sneak attack, essentially.
This would have been like about them, like "May you rest in peace," and about, but taking the weapon out.
How far away are we from? How far away would me and Thunar be away from him?
So I think a 20 hits.
I'd say y'all are about like 15 or so feet away from him.
Okay, so he doesn't necessarily need this help then. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I have another 4th level spell slot from leveling up, so you know.
And so as you see it, he's like, "What is that? A threat?" As the halberd just sticks into his neck.
And then I'd like to twist the halberd, and with my other action, I'm going to pull the hook on the back end of the halberd and dig it into his shoulder, into his chair, to restrain him and
pinned?
hold him in place.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then
I
I
would
look
like
at
to,
Thunar and I say, "His head is yours."
I'm already running. I have the exact same thought. I'm already running.
Shock, terror, surprise, and fear. All of these emotions just flash in Mallard's face as he's just completely winded on what's going on. The two kind of servants that are like sitting next to him are also kind of like shocked and kind of jump back a bit from seeing seeing Tombstone suddenly just appear and attack him. And
I want the last.
Mallard is just clutching his wound as he's like scrambling, trying to move out of the way of what I assume to be a charging Thunar.
Yeah. I would like to burn a very high level spell slot and just let's make it on fire. Why don't we?
You're searing smiting this dude?
Yeah.
All right.
I want the last thing you see is a flaming axe at his or into his neck.
So you get
that's
advantage
what I wanna
because he's
see.
restrained.
I hope to God I hit.
Thunar, you.
I
Yes,
guess
that hits. So everyone sees Thunar burst forward, him grabbing his axe. The second he grabs it, it bursts a bright white flame. As it brings it, rears it above his head and brings it down on Mallard.
I was gonna behead him.
Oh, okay. And then he brings it around and just cleaves the head clean off. As a kind of circle of white flame erupts from it, searing the wound as it cuts. What's the total damage on that one? I'm so curious.
I'm doing some extra.
Yeah, I see 13 plus 8 is 21. Plus 14? Dear Lord!
35.
Oh my gosh!
Ow.
As after he finishes his strike, everything goes still. Silence. As the two guards stand there just shocked on what they're just seeing.
Can I do
Karu
something here?
also a little shocked. Manila slightly a little pumped up. As silence hangs in the air.
Can I do
as-
something?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to go pick up his head.
Okay.
And I want to kind of hold it up towards the guards and say, "Leave if you don't want to end up like him."
The two guards, they kind of initially from the first attack, they reflexively opened their sword, took out their swords, and after seeing that they're holding it, and they kind of just look at each other, look back at Mallard, and they just drop their sword.
And I say we sell this at the market just like we would our livestock. And with that, I'll drop it on the ground, and I'm done. So bad.
Well, seems like a fitting first act as chief.
Thunor's not happy about the situation, but
A just killing, Thunar.
Well, Karu will say. I can't say I expected that. Looks
But I
like
can say that I'm sure happy about it.
looks like y'all just killed the two most powerful people in this tribe.
I have no idea what to do now.
So
Well,
I have
while
a
they're
feeling this tribe will get along just fine without those two.
Would you say?
while they're
Eitri?
discussing that Eitri's over there peeing on the
You need to take a leak.
yeah, he's relieving himself quietly.
That's good.
Oh lord.
Eitri?
Hey, I'll
Tombstone nods approvingly.
walk up to the two guards as Thunar seems to be still taking everything in. Maynard and Thuella.
Oh, like so you start to walk up to the guards who kind of just like they drop their swords and just kind of started walking away casually.
That's fair. Never mind then. Okay, walking away.
I mean, you can still walk up to them.
I'll walk up to one of them. Would you please inform Maynard and Thuella that they're needed in here?
Kind of nods. I can do that.
And for the rest of the people who are indebted or slaves to...
Trust me, I'll tell them.
Thank you.
Did he seem happy about that?
Yeah, I mean, so like the feeling that y'all got from them was like they reflexively opened their swords, and upon seeing them dead, he was like, I mean, we're not gonna defend them. Like kind of almost kind of like a serves him right. Throw down the swords.
Nice. Okay,
Good,
public
good.
opinion. Public opinion's good.
Chief Thunar.
That's a nice title.
And I'll walk up and put my hand on Thunar's back. You did the right thing.
We will soon find out. A decision that I'm sure will haunt me.
I'm curious. What's in this area? What's on him?
What's on him? I mean, he just has
Outside
like,
of piss.
he has now bloodied, just kind of like greenish and brown robes. Not robes, just kind of like standard wear. Probably more like a little bit more like noble-like clothing on him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a little bit of jewelry, like a ring or so.
Okay. I don't care about that stuff. Never mind.
Shortly after.
Thunar.
Okay, continue.
No. You go.
No, you got this.
Oh, you got it.
I
Okay.
insist.
Okay, Ethan. Anytime. Anyways. Thunar. I know that he might not be our typical enemies, ones that we fight, because, well, like Zahn, they're obviously in the business of killing and maiming others, but you've rid Ogar of a great evil today. Unfortunately, there was no other way around it. Should we have been left here, we may have walked out of here with your parents, but we would have left Ogar in the clutches of a madman who would have probably enslaved the entire tribe. You saved everybody here who's currently slaves to him, and everybody who would have been slaves to him in the future, and given them a new chance for a real life.
I hope they can have it. I hate doing that.
I know. But somebody has to do it. And today that someone was you.
Take joy in it, Thunar.
I will not
It's-
take joy in killing, whether it be, or not take joy in a killing such as that.
Don't take joy in the killing. Take joy in the lives that get to be lived now.
Yeah,
The futures that you've just created.
I will try.
taking joy in the killing would be sick. Who would do that?
Kaoru will also kind of walk up, give like a small pat on the back.
What do you think, Kara?
Well, this wasn't how I would have approached it, but can't argue with the results.
How would you have approached it?
I'm not sure. But I do have one question. One that you can either sit on and think, or you can give me right now. What were the choices you had? It was either, for the way I see it, is either kill him or give him the chief of title, or give him the title of chief.
Yes.
Now, did you choose the one that'll let you sleep at night?
I think I chose the one that will let me sleep tomorrow.
Well, you did much better than I have.
Choices are hard.
Yeah. Just make sure you can sleep after them. Gives another pat. And walks away. Shortly after this, the same servant that Phelan talked to would kind of open the door as Maynard and Thuella will walk in. Maynard will walk in, kind of see the party, kind of get a little like, and then see Mallard's dead body. Oh, what happened here?
He did not take to negotiations well. But the good news is that you and everyone else that was being taken advantage of are free. You can live your lives as you need to.
I see. Well then, Thunar, this servant told me something, and is it true? Are you chief?
I guess.
Looks over to Thuella. Look at my boy.
I think there's somebody else you should probably meet as well. I'll point to
Oh yeah.
Maynella.
Oh yes, did she help you in this?
No, well, yeah.
Well, then she has my
This is-
thanks.
Well,
She has
might
more
wanna know
than
her
that.
You might want to know her name.
Yes, what is your name, helper of these people? And she sticks at Manella. Haha. looks at Thunar.
She has more than just your thanks. She has
Your
your blood.
genes. Oh.
What are jeans? I'm not wearing any. She has your blood.
Two lost, two returned.
So that means, well, he kind of like straightens himself out. I guess this is our first family reunion. Manella, I'm your father, Maynard. This is your mother, Thuella. It is our utmost pleasure to meet you. as Thuela just kind of like shoves past Manar and goes in for a big hug on Manella. Manella's a little caught off guard by that, but eventually kind of reciprocates with a hug as Manar kind of grabs Thunar by the shoulder, gives him a nice squeeze, and pulls him in toward the two hugging, as kind of making one big hug between all four of them.
Big Goliath hug.
Pretty beautiful.
Manowar kind of stopped the hug, kind of holding like Thunar's shoulder with one hand, Manella's shoulder another one, kind of looking at them. I'm proud of you. Both of you. Somehow, even without our help, you went and you did some amazing things. Manella kind of shrugs, pointing at like the feathers that she has on her. Killed a thunderbird. Yes, very impressive things. I hope that you can continue to do so after meeting us. I would love to hear the stories and continue to hear more. Kind of giving them another squeeze on the shoulder. Please, well, this is a family reunion. We have to do something. As what I also hear is, as he turns back to the rest of the party, me and Thuela are now free?
Yes.
Very. Your debt is gone.
Kinda nods. Well then, let's rack up some more debt and go get some food. Joking, of course. Joking.
It's on the cheap, right?
Oh,
But it
well,
is
I'm
really gambling or something.
sure the chief can make something happen, but
As far as I know, this feast is lasting for the rest of today.
Oh,
that it is.
you're right. The past chief already paid for the food.
Gum, as he kind of like walks away with Thunar and Manel in tow. I'm sure there's much for us to talk about. As they move toward the exit. And so as they leave, Karu walk up to the what?
What am I supposed to do with Chief, Dad?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Chief before. Karu will kind of walk up to the rest of the party. Well, I think we all deserve to go and join them in some rest and food that is much needed. But unfortunately, we also may need to start heading back tomorrow.
I think so too. And well, I think the title of chief will have to be bestowed somewhere else. I think in our absence.
I'll let Thunar decide that. That's his responsibility.
His title.
Indeed.
But he deserves a night of fun, of joy and peace.
Absolutely. As so do you all. So, that's an order. Go rest. Eat up.
Yeah, I did follow 2 orders that you gave me. The first one, barely. But that's only because we were fighting.
Well, I appreciate that you did follow it.
Yes, sir. Peace and nice and a rest is all that's coming.
As he kind of just gestures forward.
Good soldiers follow orders.
As Eitri straight marches out the door, straight to the food tables.
As we start walking out towards the food tables, just kind of like kind of like the scene that you would see at the end of an episode as they're walking out of the room. You just kind of hear their voices. So Karu. So Mara, huh?
As he's kind of like mid-drink, he kind of chokes on a bit. What?
Karu, come on, you can't. Look, you guys are basically made for each other.
Uh-huh.
All right, listen. Okay,
I'm a little
listen.
lost what
Tell
the current
me- look-
conversation has to do with her.
Oh, nothing. It just bringing it around. Look, but you can't look me in the eyes and tell me you don't feel anything for her.
He kind of looks you in the eyes. Looks away back to his cup and takes a drink.
Come on, Karu.
We-
What's the story? How do you know? How do you all know each other then?
She helped me out after I got kicked out of the order, and well, I had also left the Nenasaran army at that point. She was the one that I worked with while trying to track down the Fulcrum, and well, she saw what happened and generously offered me a position as a humble bodyguard. And then from there, I was able to move back up, and well, when this task force was created, she said I should be the one to take it.
You had good judgment. You never spent time outside of professional times only. No friendships hanging out.
Kind of shrugs. Kind of hard to when you're going around chasing shards.
Well, you know what? When we catch all these shards, you'll have plenty of time.
Shrugs again, just like takes another drink.
I'll lean over to Briar. The ship is sailing, and I'm gonna make sure it does.
I believe in you, Phelan.
What about you, Phelan? You've been grilling me about my interests.
Sure, shoot.
Is there anyone for you waiting back home in Ninasara?
Well, I got my family. I got family and a few friends, but I spend most of my life studying, and hold up the book I have sitting on my table next to my plate, and this.
He goes to take a drink. It's like, and I spend most of my time fighting, but no, I have to answer these questions. He takes a drink.
See, the reason I got you and you got answers because I know who. So
Tombstone
I'm going
leans
to-
over
That's
the
where I got you.
conversation, and he goes, "I'm 50% sure he's gay."
I am 100% not gay.
I
Phelan?
thought you and Thunar had a thing going.
Absolutely not. Thunar is like a brother to me.
Awkward. Oh, that's what they always say at first.
Then
I promise I'm not gay.
I will
That's
make
what
sure.
they always say at first.
The next time I'm with you in Ninasara, I'll make sure to keep my eyes open.
Sure, you do that. Gonna be hard to do whenever we go back. We're gonna have to visit my family at some point. I'm just telling you, my mom makes some great elven bread. Just saying.
I love elven bread.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna put you to sleep. It's so good.
I'd love to meet your mother.
What do you mean by that? What do-
What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean by that, Phelan?
Nothing.
Um,
It'll be great.
What's up?
question. When everybody was originally leaving the room, I would like to kind of hang back and place another little business card because it's really good to get the word out among the different parts of whatever our world.
Yeah.
I
a good
wanna
one.
put one right between his teeth, right
Oh
in the head.
gosh.
And I'm practically bursting at the seams with laughter and trying to suppress this, and then I'm following them out. And then we go, yeah. and
There
then
we go.
Have this
Perfect.
conversation. Didn't want to interrupt.
Perfect. No, you're good. Anyways, Thunar, as you're sitting there, talking with your parents, right?
Yep.
You hear a voice calling out to you, Master Thunar!
Is it Julius' voice?
It is Julius's voice.
Julius.
As he kind of comes up to you, and if a robot or a construct could look winded, he would look winded. As he kind of
He's
finally comes
simulating
up and settles in
windedness.
front of you, Master Thunar, I finally told everyone I could find about the riot.
Ah.
Oh no.
What riot?
You say you and Manor kind of say like in tandem. What riot? See, I'm not sure. I just told everyone that I was told to that Chief Zahn hates them and they should start a riot.
Oh, that actually works out pretty well.
How did that go?
Dudar.
I'm not sure. As he looks around, is this a riot?
What's it look like?
It's just like the typical party from like that y'all seen the past 3 days. Feasts. Entertainment.
You mean you could call it that?
Yeah, almost.
And he kind of just like nods. Perfect. I'm going to go reserve some power now. Or reserve some magic now.
Okay. Gonna go charge.
Bro needs a long rest.
Roomba station.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
After having a couple too many ales, I would like to find Eitri.
Oh no.
You say fight?
Find.
Fine.
Fight.
Oh.
I'd like to find Eitri. Eitri.
Hello.
What say we play some darts? And as I finish the last swig of the ale in my hand, and let's put a wager on it. I'll bet you 10 gold that I can win.
Karu will kind of like nudge Havel and like gesture toward that conversation that's happening.
Phelan's face, Phelan's
I
a
look
pretty
over.
pale person, and his face is kind of red.
Pretty flushed.
So, yeah.
Do you think Phelan will remember tonight?
No. 5 silver on Eitri.
I'll put 5 silver on Phelan.
Looks at you. Sticks out a hand for a handshake.
The hand goes out.
Phelan,
Is it?
Yeah.
you have a deal.
Great. Yeah, I have one.
Yes.
Yeah. And I take my gold out of my pocket. And watch the gold. Set it on the table.
Okay.
This is our wager. You gotta put yours in too, Eitri.
I put it in.
For me to take later.
You mean for you to give later?
That's no. Throw the dart.
Karu nods at Eitri. Just saying. I kind of taught him a thing or two. All right, roll those darts.
All right. First one to hit is a 15.
Throws it. Not not quite bullseye, but like still like a respectable throw, a respectable start to the match.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
I have no idea what a dart does, so
Uh,
I don't know what my role is for a dart, so
it
I'm
might just
adding
be
one of my
flat.
stuff.
I'm not gonna lie to you if you're not proficient.
I'm proficient with it.
Okay, it's a dex one then, so it's gonna be
He starts throwing magic missiles.
plus.
Oh yeah,
So
well, I have
drunk.
a dex,
Bullseye,
so-
bullseye.
So it's plus prof plus dex.
That's a 21.
Somehow, Phelan throws this dart, and it lands pretty like almost dead, like complete bullseye. As Karu kind of like stands up a bit, like, huh?
It's a magic missile.
What did I say? That's not a magic missile. This is, and I like fling like very I'm kind of running out of magic right now, so it's kind of like wimpily like goes forward and falls down a little blue light, and like
Some Goliaths around you, kind of like ooh and ahs, like you hear whispers of like, oh, he's plus fine. Kind of start going around.
I was supposed to be a magic missile, but low on juice right now. Your turn, Eitri.
Hey, we're doing this just a normal dart
yeah.
game, no trickery.
I know. That's a normal dart in the board.
All right. Well, here's another normal dart in the board.
Standard throw, not great, not bad.
Yeah, I'm taking a slow start on purpose to mess with his
You're
to
sandbagging.
mess with his psychology and emotions.
I'd like to like this one. Whenever I like throw this one, I get ready. I like I look back at Karu and I'm like, yeah, and I just throw it and I get that's a 9.
As it kind of lands like
No, sorry, 10. It's a 10. It's a 10.
10, it lands like pretty much in like the same radius. Same radius as far as Eitre's was, but just kind of like off, like almost like downward.
Oh yeah. I'm not close enough.
All right, and then I sort of get a little bit better stance,
Correct your
and I
posture a
hope that
bit.
the odds of this game work out. So that's a 23.
He kind of like straightens himself out, kind of like his posture, his little practice throws it, and like almost like right next to where your throw was, it lands.
I just gotta squint at it. And he says I'm the one using magic missile.
Hey, that's pure skill.
16.
16. And so you kind of aim up, you throw it, and it's a little bit closer than Eitre's first shot, but around the same area.
It's close. How many we have to throw?
I sort of just missed. I
Obviously, it's 3 each, and then per
Three
game,
each.
so it's
So we both
2 out
got
of
3
3.
in there. So. Okay,
right.
2 out
I
of
think
3. All right.
I mean, okay. Well, you also both got a 10 on one of them,
Mm-hmm.
so
But yeah, he got a. Oh, okay. I had a 21, 10,
it's like
21.
1-1 and then like a tie.
Yeah.
So y'all can do
Okay.
another go if y'all want to.
All right. Well,
I did a 7 just now. I don't know if I was supposed to roll, but
I did an 8.
all right. I
So
think I got a little haughty, like not externally, but like internally. I kind of misjudged myself, and which caused me to do worse. And so I kind of realigned my focus for this next one. It was so close to a nat 20. It was an 8.
Another 8.
I feel like these rolls don't align with how we would actually do in real life.
So
Because this is not skill based. This is just random dice.
Yeah.
He's had a little bit too much to drink over there.
So as the alcohol starts hitting Phelan for this this last throw, I go to throw it, and instead of letting go of it when it goes forward, I throw it like directly down and into my foot.
Did you roll that one?
I rolled a nat 1.
As he kind of like sits there for a
I
second.
Ooh.
I think you win. I'm gonna go and try to pull it out of my foot, and as I pull it out, I'm just gonna fall on my butt after pulling it out.
And then I want to throw one more just to see.
Just to rub it in.
And that's a 17.
Wink.
Couldn't hit my
Gold's yours.
brain.
I'm ready for bed.
I look at Karo. Did we bet on that?
I don't know if you could consider that a game.
I was hoping for something more.
Can Eitri overhear that?
Sure, they're not really. He wasn't really quiet, like trying to say quietly.
Okay, well, I hear Karu say, I don't really know if I'd consider that a game. And I kind of like turn around with like a sort of like a smile, but sort of like frustrated. Sort of like,
He
kinda
like
what are you talking about?
Car just gestures toward Phelan on the ground.
Well, Phelan also overhears this and being drunk enough. You guys think it's funny? The flames start to build up in his hand, and he's ready to just chuck something.
No.
Calm down.
Car
I don't
just,
think anything's funny.
Car sighs, gets up, and like
It's,
know, it's
just so you know, just to give you some urgency, he's rearing up a 4th level fireball.
Car gets up, and because it's dark outside,
Oh
you
my
just
God.
instantly just like feel a hand on your wrist, just grab it. Car just sitting there. Please, don't.
I feel
You're
we
right.
should cut
That's
him off.
probably a bad
Phelan,
idea.
think about the consequences. Think about
That'd be a
the
bad
consequences.
idea.
Hey, it was 10 gold, wasn't it?
I'm
Yep.
gonna go to bed.
All right, I'm gonna add 10 gold.
Yep.
All right.
Dad, question.
Yes.
Did I see the shenanigans with the business card happening with Briar?
Because she said that she was waiting until everyone else left. Is that right? You waited till everyone else left? Okay. I'd say probably not, unless you were like specifically looking out for it, which I don't see how you would
That's
have.
fair. That's why I asked.
Okay. Anything else people want to do during this night?
I want to know who the frick I need to give a chief to tomorrow.
Yeah, I was kind
Your
of.
dad.
Papa Thunar.
You could give it to your sister.
Oh, that's.
She's kind of like us. Just a little.
Well, the chief could, install new advisors, and I don't know.
So, I'd say if no one wants to do anything else, then y'all could go back to the inn that y'all had before and get a nice rest.
Oh, thank goodness.
So you can
Yeah,
finally
sounds
take
good.
that long rest
Oh, I needed it so bad.
as you practically limped toward this feast.
Briar was skipping.
Nobody
calories.
acknowledges the missing of the chief the entire night. Like nobody cares, or like.
I mean, news. I would say the feast probably would have not have been as big as the climax should have been, like the last day should have been. Definitely during the night, you heard whispers of the chief. Pretty much all of the center plaza was closed off, so you didn't go there to party or to feast. And there was whispers the entire time about what happened that night. A bunch of different rumors, ranging from Zahn pretty much starting to go on a killer rampage, to other people going on a killer rampage that Zahn stopped, and anything in between. Some people even said that the blue thing that happened was like a second day of the red sky, essentially, and
Oh jeez.
outrageous theories like that.
Day of the blue
pop.
sky.
Yeah, pretty much day of the blue ground, essentially.
The blue road, blue street.
And so, yeah,
Day of the red
bunch
sky. Day of
different
the blue ground.
but a bunch of different theories started popping up, but nobody it's only rumors. Rumors are being spread. There's been no official statement made.
I had
Yes, it's because
already
the chief
forgot
hasn't made an
about
official
Zahn.
statement.
Whenever Carter said,
I need to.
so nobody noticed the chief was missing, I was like, well, where's Thunar then? Where's Thunar? I forgot about Zahn. Not my
My
chief.
goodness. Not my chief.
Not my chief.
Check, not my
I'll be right back.
All right. So
I guess I do have to make a statement tomorrow.
you all wake up in the following morning.
Yeah.
The same inn from before. You all make your way. I guess. What do y'all do in the morning?
I guess I go to the center of the. I think I have to go to the center of the
tribe?
thing to make some sort of statement or something.
I'll follow Thunar and act as some sort of bodyguard, since Phelan is probably indisposed with waking up and vomiting.
Yeah.
Perfect Murloc.
Thanks.
So, as you head toward the center of the center plaza of the tribe, as you start to approach, you realize that someone has kind of built a smaller platform over the platform that Zahn had, and on top of that platform, you see a collection of people in those kind of off-white robes, standing there.
The off-white robes
That indicate the
that are
same
bad.
the same off-white robes of the people that you found inside Zahn's estate. Yes.
Ah. Okay.
And people have
And-
started to gather. Civilians have bystanders have started to gather around this platform as you approach.
So they're making a statement.
Seems so.
Apologies.
I'm not sure how to play this.
Who's making a statement?
The bad guys in the white robes are about to make a statement.
Let's just.
Wait, it's morning.
shortly
That's
see-
what's going on.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you all went to the center plaza because Dunar wanted to make a statement. And as you approach, you see like a platform that's kind of like makeshift built on top of the platform that Zahn had, and like there's like a bunch of about like 5 to 7 people in like the off-white robes standing on that platform conferring with each other while like people
Are any of
starting
them? Are any of them the ones we saw?
to- You can't tell from this distance, but
Okay. I
yeah.
am carrying the bag with all the evidence we have.
Okay.
Dudar,
Yes.
you want me to do something about that?
Not yet. Let's see what they say, and then when they say
just-
crazy things,
We can just not let them speak. I'll shoo them off right now.
That may not go over well.
when they start to speak crazy, I think that's when we take the stage with evidence.
You're called. You're down.
So as you sit there, kind of more people start coming, and then finally the small conference of people in white robes that kind of like agree and then disperse as one person who has this kind of like a scroll kind of opens it up, clears his throat, and begins to address the growing crowd.
The Union.
People of the Ogar tribe, we yesterday, you might have heard the commotion that happened here in the center plaza. We come here with news that, unfortunately, Chief Zahn has been critically injured. He still lives, but is not near the state to hold the title as chief. And so, he has given that title to us, those who lead him in his walk with the divine spirit.
I step up on the stage.
And it kind of trails off and saying, excuse you.
Phelan, come up here.
I'll walk up there with him.
As like,
Did we kill Zahn?
Oh, we totally killed that guy. Come on.
I'm just trying to. This is the question. I'm just double checking. Like, did we kill him or did we just like beat him senseless?
Oh, is this to me?
To you? Yeah. This is
to
outside
me?
of character. Yeah.
I don't think y'all. I think y'all were going for lethality. So
Okay, that's what I thought. I just making sure that that's what we did. So like we know that like they're obviously like they're just making crap up. I mean, they're making crap up, but like he is dead. So like
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, he was.
what
beat
do these guys
senseless in the
say
sense
as
that he
I
doesn't have senses.
as we approach the stage?
As like some of the other people kind of like start to get up from their chairs on the platform and start walking toward Thunar.
I suggest you stay back.
Please, excuse me. Hello, excuse me.
As Phelan goes, I suggest you stay back. Thunar walks to like the front of the stage and like starts looking like giving him crazy eyes, like one eye twitching.
Oh gosh.
Who do you want to roll the intimidation roll?
I have a +4. That's all I've got to. But it's also this
Whoever
day.
has
so
it gets advantage because of help.
I have +6
I'll-
to intimidation, so
You can go for it. You look a little crazier.
All right, with advantage.
yeah, that's a 22.
So they all kind of like rear upon seeing this snarling creature in front of them. As y'all kind of like, ugh, and it gives.
Thanks for the cooperation.
Gives me the opening to
Yeah,
go
it
there.
gives you an opening to say something if you would like.
Attention, citizens. I am Thunar of Gorak, son of Maynor and Thuella of Gorak, younger brother to Manella of Gorak. And these are my friends. Yesterday, Your chief and his family planned on sacrificing many of you to gain wealth for themselves by summoning some giant deity.
Murmuring begins to break out in the crowd.
Firstly, we have put a stop to it because I and my family and my friends fight for justice. Secondly, this group here has bested him in mutual combat.
More murmuring just kind of like breaks like, what?
Thirdly, we have no proof that he is alive. I find it. Well, firstly, I'm just saddened that I have to bring you all this news. But secondly, I found it quite outrageous that you have let such injustice run amok in this tribe under generations and generations of chiefs. With this evidence, get that evidence back.
I'm walking with it.
With this evidence we bring to you, when we present to you, I pose one question. What will you do about it?
Bunch of people, like, there's...
I'll walk up to next to Thunar. Whoever is the most trusted out of the regular citizens who are not related to the chief, please step forward.
They all kind of like start looking at each other like, huh?
Anyone that you respect and listen to, and who has a clear mind.
And then like one person raises his hand. I run a cobbler shop down the street.
An honest man, you sir. You come read these letters.
I'm gonna pull them out, and as I do, I'm gonna pull it out. Any documents that I have, I'll read it. Read the signature, and I'll take it, and I'll like kind of hand it to him. And then like make sure that he lets him let him verify.
He'll be like kind of like right in front of you.
Yeah, I hold it down. And I let him.
And
Dunor takes a big sniff in the air, and he casts
Zone of Truth.
Zone of Truth.
Oh, let's go.
So everyone who wishes to not
what's the range in that?
fail. Like 60 feet.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So the area.
Yeah. So the area. And so people like they start taking it. Like the guy takes it, kind of reads it, starts talking to whoever's next to him, shows him it as like these are pretty much starting to get passed around the crowd.
I keep the spread of misinformation low by making them all.
Tombstone got a 3.
I failed the saving throw purposely.
Yeah.
Okay, that means you just can't lie. That's fine.
Yeah. As you can see by this proof, by this evidence that we present to you, which was taken from the personal library and note keeping of your past chief, Chief Zahn, dating back through his ancestors, the past chiefs. This details their plans to turn this city into a large sigil of summoning, to summon the deity. And what's the name again?
Lucrum was the name of the deity.
The name of Lucrum. These men up here, or these Goliaths up here, and I gesture the ones in white, are in collaboration with your ex-chief and have no plans but to extort and use you for their own benefit, as you have seen now, as they have tried to unjustly give themselves the power that was rightly earned in combat by Thunar.
The kind
Which
of like
makes
the small group of the Goliaths in the robes, they're like muttering to each other this entire time as y'all been talking. Kind of one of them breaks off. Says, "We knew nothing of this. Well, we knew of the sigil and the summoning. We knew nothing of the sacrifice."
They're the same guys as yesterday.
No.
Okay.
Not the same guys.
Did they? Are they telling the truth, Thunar?
I mean,
I don't know.
Let me roll. They got a 2 on the die, so.
So I know they failed, and they said that.
Yes.
So that's
They are telling the truth.
Very well. It
One
seems
person
that
from the crowd goes like, "Did you cause the city to turn blue?"
That was Chief Zahn with the sigil.
The streets of the city were designed to be the sigil itself. And I'll pass the map around that has the sigil laid out on it. The sigil of summoning. Thunar and our group fought yesterday to create an anti-magic sigil to stop this magical summoning of Zahn. And we were successful in doing so.
And the guy on the gobbler guy who talked earlier just goes, nods. I believe him. As kind of more murmuring and kind of not dissension, but kind of like people playing devil's advocate, like discussion just starts to break out amidst the entire crowd, as some are like, yeah, I believe him, others like, I'm not sure, like...
Thunar, which one of these men are telling the truth? And I'll point to the ones on the stage with us.
They all roll the same fail?
Yeah, they all. I rolled it for all of them.
None of them can resist my smell.
I look to
My
one.
nose.
A few of them
Is
kind of like
Chief
cringe back upon hearing that.
is Chief Zahn alive? And we know he's not, and they can't lie.
One of them was like, no.
You see,
But it was in his will that if he ever died, that we gain the collective title of chief.
Understandable. But is it not also in your law that if the chief is bested in mutual combat, that the victor is the new chief?
And they kind of like all look to each other. That is true.
Very well.
then, if collective chief is possible, and all of these people bested him in combat, you have too many chiefs. I, for one, am not. I don't want to be chief. That wouldn't go well. So, people of where are we?
Ogar.
Ogar, that's the name of it. I almost said the other one. People of
People of-
Ogar.
Where are we?
People of Ogar. There's so many of the names. There's 4. People of
I hope
Ogar.
that's canon.
What should we do?
I would say at this point, some more people are like kind of like starting to believe and agree with you guys. I would say throughout you'll see Karu, Julius, Manella, Thuella, and Manar kind of like dispersed amongst the crowd, just talking to people, trying to like showing them the documents, like, hey, come on, like talking with them, telling their own experience and their own story, convincing more and more people around.
Yeah, we planted people in the crowd.
They just kind of did that on their own.
Oh, good, good. Does anyone have a good idea?
Silence from the crowd, from the people who, like, from those who aren't discussing. It's just silence.
Perhaps, as it has been shown, a group of chiefs is acceptable, if that is indeed the will of the people. Perhaps you should set forth your most trusted friends, neighbors, those who you believe are of sound heart and mind.
That's a great idea.
What? So
And they take
we're turning this tribe into a democracy, like Makar?
of sorts.
That's a great
Perhaps-
idea. Instead of calling it chief, y'all could have a president that's elected every 4 years by the
Oh,
people.
gosh.
Our dwarf speaks facts.
I mean, the chiefs can serve. You know, you decide that chief can serve for however long he's a chief, but potentially 4 to 5
another Goliath will speak up. This tribe is made of gamblers, swindlers, and merchants and people who fight for a living. The chief was nice because it came from people who were trustworthy. I can't.
Then you elect a man. You elect a Goliath.
There's not another Goliath in here that I'd elect to lead us.
What is Manila and Maynard? What are they doing? Are they still just like
Yeah, they're like talking to people.
okay?
They figured
Neither
that
of them look.
coming from more Goliaths would be a little better than one Goliath and a bunch of outsiders.
I mean, we're not. Well, all of us are not even from here, man.
I could lean. Perhaps your father or Manila would serve best as chief.
I mean, they might go back home. We are of Gorak.
I'm gonna kind of. Huh?
Do it.
So, someone roll me history.
I'd say 24.
Phelan, you to remember that, at least in Manar and Thuilla, they came here from Gorak, like, voluntarily, before they were in debt.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm gonna motion for Maynard and Manila to come up to us.
And so they kind of see that and walk up.
Thunar, you can. Well, I guess I'll have to come up. Maynard and Manila.
Yes.
Do you plan to stay in Ogar?
Drugs, I don't see why I wouldn't. Why I would leave.
This town needs a chief. This town needs a chief that isn't built into gambling, built into an unjust system. I believe one of you two should take this position. I believe one of you two can.
They both kind of look shocked as they shoot a glance at each other.
I'll step back. I believe that Thunar could do this, but Thunar's calling is... Well, it's a little bit bigger than one tribe.
Thunar? Is this something you want to do?
This is in lead, or this is in...
This isn't choosing us. Choosing one of us.
Oh. I look around and I don't see anyone half as good. I mean, you had 2 children, neither of which you were even able to influence their outcome, and they both ended up fighting for justice. Your bloodline, our bloodline, should be chief.
Kind of like the Manar kind of solemnly nods. Well then, I'm willing. Looks toward Manila. She also nods. I'm also willing. So Thunar, which will it be?
That's freaking rough, dude.
Have them fight. I'm kidding. I don't say that.
I think we have you, Minar, be the main chief, and you, Manila, be the chief in training under him, as he is older and, knows more.
They both nod.
And then I also will suggest that we elect a council of regular, ordinary people outside of the family from the tribe
As advisors?
as advisors.
A wise choice.
Well,
I will
Thunar,
turn towards the people. I will say, My second act as chief
Discussion kind of like dims down as he addresses the crowd.
will be to require a disconnected from the family of the chief council of town and village elders and advisors to assist the whoever is the chief.
All kind of like look amongst each other.
So if you have something you like to do in the tribe, you come join the group, and you make your plea to the chief, and you speak for the people.
Some of
Does
the,
this sound okay?
you see,
You still have a chief.
some people are like nudging to each other, like, "Oh, we could go up there." And one Goliath, that's good with me. And then like some mutters of agreeance and affirmatives kind of start to spread throughout the crowd.
I'm glad nobody asked me about my first act as chief. For my third act as chief, I name the man who made me to serve. What? Are you chuckling or are the Goliath chuckling?
Me chuckling.
Okay. To serve as
Tombstone is
chief.
laughing, just straight up belly laughing.
This man came here for trade and to have a good life and wants the best for everyone here. And he made me who I am, and he believes in justice because it's in our blood. It's my father, Maynard. Under him, we'll have a chief in training to take over when he is done. It will be my older sister, Manila.
I was kind of like, okay, like, can't really do much about that.
Wait, are we making a dynasty right now?
Some are like,
We're
okay, I
taking
can-
over a dynasty.
I'm like, okay. Some are like, some are kind of apathetic, like, okay, sure. Others are like,
You may know Manila as the chief of the tribes,
or champion of tribes.
or not champion of the tribes.
Champion of tribes. Manila pops in.
Yeah,
with correct.
as champion of the tribes. She has served many tribes, fighting for justice as well. Make the first group of people these are your chief in training.
Discussion just kind of starts to
It has been an honor
continue.
to serve as your chief for a brief 24 hours.
As people just kind of start to erupt in like discussion, as like somebody like, "Hey, we need to get on this. We need to get this. We need to get on this council." And those are like, "I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole." Like that's not that's a disaster like waiting to happen. As just a bunch of different people start talking, and some people are immediately kind of walking up to Manar and begin talking and introducing themselves.
What do the white robes do?
They're just like sitting contemplatively behind you guys. Really, like they're kind of conferring and talking with them this entire time. Occasionally looking back and like glaring at the party before
I'd
going
like to-
back and talking.
Tell them to join the council then.
I would like to walk over to their group.
They kind of just one of them kind of breaks off and glares at you. Just, what?
Just so that we're clear. Whether you did or didn't know about the sacrifice part of it, you were still a part of the rest of it. Should I or any of my group receive word that you or any of your kin attempt to sabotage this or revert to any of the methods that Zahn was, we will return in full force, and you will suffer the same fate as the ex-chief. Do I make myself clear?
Kind of looks at the rest of the party, looks back at you. Sure.
Good. We'll be in touch. And I'll walk back over to Tombstone or to Thunar then.
All right.
I'll walk up to the new chief.
Mm-hmm.
So, Maynard, congrats on becoming chief of the Ogar tribe. I have a proposition for you.
Yes. What is it?
How do Goliaths feel about fighting dragons?
Dragons?
Yeah, dragons.
Well.
Y'all guys are big, strong, healthy.
Yes.
Know which way of sword is pointy.
I'm not sure if our people have ever fought dragons.
Well, you live so close to Owen, so I was just wondering.
Yes, we are close to the mountains, but I believe Makar is the only one who's ventured into them.
Interesting. All right, that's all for then. But also, I have a suggestion.
What is your suggestion?
I suggest building a new subdivision of the tribe. That maybe disassembles the whole giant tribe equals sigil thing.
That's a good idea. That might be my first order of business.
All right. See you later.
All right. So as time kind of passes by, the group, the crowd at the center starts to disperse as it kind of takes news of what's happened to the rest of the tribe, because not the entire tribe wasn't there. So word begins to spread, and the crowd begins to thin, as it's just Manar talking to a few other people, with the rest of the party, Karu, Julius, and Manila. As Karu will kind of walk up to the party, including Thunar, and say, "All right, well, Thunar, I believe you've left the tribe in good hands."
Karu, I'm so tired. I had to think and talk to all these people.
Yes.
Come up with ideas.
Yes. And, well, we have a lot of travel back to Oldreach in which you can rest.
Oh, that's such a... Going to Oldreach?
Yes.
Oh. That's a long walk.
Thankfully, we don't have to walk.
Oh, did you? Oh, we have a cart.
Yes.
Only.
You said we're going back to Oldreach.
Yes.
How we getting there?
That's a great question.
There's a large mountain range in between us and Oldreach right now.
Yes. You see, it's almost like the world kind of shifted entirely between when we got here and now.
Seth, which tribe is which, by the way?
Okay, yeah. So on the map, the most recent one that I've sent. Let me just write down this for the recording. So on the recent map that I've sent under campaign resources, the one at the center is Ogar. That's the one where you're at.
Okay.
The one on the far right is Grimrock, is what I kind of imagine that one to be. Either Grimrock or yeah, no, that had to be Grimrock. The one on the river is Makar, and the one in the base of the mountains is Frick, I forgot my own tribe names. The one on the base of the mountains is
Right.
Makar.
Okay.
Gorak is the one on the
river?
On the river. And then Grimrock's far right, Ogar's in the center.
Great.
So y'all are in Ogar, which is in the center. Yeah, so now, okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Couldn't one of you guys just open up one of those doors that like magically lets us get to another place that we know about?
Well, the door that I can open only goes like 500 feet or so.
What if we just did a bunch of those?
I gotta sleep in between doing them. I can get us about a quarter of a mile before I need to sleep.
Where's Ninasara?
On the map, Ninasara is bottom, like directly south and to the left. You see Ninasara there.
On the Makitori River?
Yeah, not too
Okay.
far from the Makatori River. It's not on
What
the
if-
Makatori River, but it's like a day's journey from it.
What if we traveled to Ninasara and did what we did many moons ago and fast traveled? You remember when we did that, Seth?
Not from
So you
not
you
from
took
Tetsu.
yeah you took a boat from Old Reach to Ninasara the
No,
last time you traveled.
Ninasara to Browmark. You remember when we did that?
Yes, I do remember that, but then you have to get from Browmark back to
We
Is it
went from
just-
when we went to Old Reach. It was when Negev used teleportation on us and did that, and it
Right.
almost did not work out well at all.
No, I thought we had someone. What was her name? It was some woman who transported us to Browmark specifically from Ninasara as
That's
a group.
that. That is
Yeah,
the
so,
teleportation circles there.
Oh wait, is it? Yeah.
Yes,
So
there's
is it-
permanent teleportation hubs between Browmark and
Right.
Ninasara, but not between Old Reach and Ninasara.
Okay, just those two. Okay, yeah,
right,
sorry.
right.
That
So
I
so
missed-
the transportation hub, the way it works is it's kind of like you have to have like both like the destination and the source kind of like linked
Right.
together. And so there's some between all the some different kingdoms in Ninasara, but there's not one between the Jaded Wilds and Ninasara. So there's no travel available there. Now, so there's So sorry. So there's two ways we can approach this. We can approach it in like the we got you there. We got you to here, so we can just kind of like get you back.
Look, you guys listen. I could probably figure this out, okay? Look, Aegis knows what teleportation is, okay? That man taught me everything. I just haven't used it yet, so I'm gonna try this, okay?
I'm terrified.
All right.
Absolutely not.
So I'm gonna not listen. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing based off what Aegis has taught me, Seth, and I would like to attempt to try to cast teleportation circle. Even though I know that we're trying to go to Old Reach, and I know Old Reach doesn't have a permanent teleportation circle, so I have no idea if this will work.
Roll an Arcana as you prepare this teleportation circle. I'll say with
Phelan,
advantage
never-
because of your tutoring because of your mentorship with Aegis.
Phelan has never teleported purposefully on purpose in his life. With advantage, you said?
Yes.
I have full faith in you.
All right, 21.
Doomed.
I have no faith in him.
We're dead. We're so dead.
I ain't touching it. It's gonna blow
So
up.
as Phelan begins to start to prepare this teleportation circle on the ground, Thunar, you get you kind of get like a tap on your shoulder from behind you. As you turn around and it's Thuella. And she's like, "What's going on?"
We're getting ready to go.
You're leaving? She says, kind of surprised and loudly. As Manar, who is like mid conversation, kind of like halts his conversation, looks over, and so does Manila.
Yes.
But you just You just got here. We just got our family back.
I know.
At this point, Manar and Manila will have walked up and joined the conversation.
Guys, I know what is right, and I cannot stand by when injustice is served across the world.
Where are you
I-
going? Manar says.
First, to Oldreach, which is where I met all these people, where we put together a task force to, well, at first help out the land, but it's evolved.
Manila
Now-
kind of like looks questioningly, like, Oldreach? And then Manar will be like, it's in the Jaded Wilds. Manila kind of like
Yes.
looks shocked. That's like across the entire... She kind of trails off, like, looks at you questioningly.
I wish I didn't know about the threat that is coming. To be honest with you, I would just stay, and we would live happily. But I also know the evil that exists, and I will not be able to sleep at night if I make the wrong choice here today.
Manar kind of nods as Thuella's and Manila are still kind of just like completely perplexed.
You have
Can-
given me... Sorry, what?
Can you stay just a little longer?
I will glance at Karu.
He kind of looks and just like looks back, gives a slight head shake.
I'll just nod at him and say, not during this trip, but the next one.
Thuella was like, so this isn't a goodbye.
No, you two, well, 3, have given me more than I ever dreamt was possible. My roots now have a place to dig into the ground.
Manar will nod, and I'll do my best to nurture those roots. I'll water them every day.
Thank you. I can now stand tall. Feet firmly planted, knowing that I have family.
I know not of this threat you speak of, but I know you will face it firmly. Face up. Ready to tackle it.
And I will return to you. But just know while I'm gone, it is for you I fight.
As he nods. As he opens his arm for a hug.
Yeah, big bear hug, everybody.
Gets a big bear hug. That lasts a long moment. And then you all break. Well, son, I'll Try to make the tribe a good one when you come back. Hopefully the floor doesn't turn blue again.
Yes, tear up some roads or something. But
Yes, that's what you're...
I believe we've left it in good hands.
Thank you.
If you ever need me, write to Ninasara or Old Reach.
We will.
Hopefully it gets to me.
We will.
Keep an eye on the shady white ropes.
Will do. At this point, Phelan, you will have finished the preparation of the teleportation circle.
Kind of, just make some symbols with my hands, speak small incantation, spin lesson, then a large 10-foot ring appears around the whole party. That's stable.
I would say it's like a white kind of light that looks very similar to the one you've seen Aegis use when he's used teleportation.
I grab Tombstone.
I started to run.
You did it!
I'm grabbing Tombstone. I grab Tombstone. I'm gonna grapple
As
one.
the circle forms,
I don't have a tail.
Yeah.
As the circle forms,
Shoulders.
I step backwards into the circle, I guess, just facing them
Yeah.
and say,
Okay, yeah.
"This is not goodbye.
And Manila
Now that I know you're here, now that I know that you're here, nothing can keep me from you."
Manila, like, this isn't a goodbye. It's a see you later.
Yes.
As Manila will kind of like break off and almost abruptly take me with you.
You have to lead.
Oh, come on. Thuella can do that.
Does Maynard wants to go with us?
Manila.
Oh, Manila. Okay, let's see. I mean, you can come if you want to, but I think you might need to stay and learn from Dad and protect this tribe.
He kind of looks back at Maynard. I mean, he's got some time in him. I can always come back. I mean, you're planning on coming back.
That's true.
As, like, Maynard's more just confused and Thuella's, like, horrified.
Both her. Oh, man.
I'll walk over. I'll Havel still grabbing onto my shoulders. And I'll tap Dunar on the thigh and go, Dunar, I think there still needs to be a champion of the tribes.
I think Tombstone has a point. Who will be champion of the tribes?
She kind of like... Okay. But...
I would love for all of you to accompany me one day. What are you saying?
You come back here so we can fight again together. That was too much fun last time.
Of course. Maybe I'll teach you a thing or two. Fist is on fire, fist bump.
She connects with the fist bump. Is everyone in the circle?
That's when I completely step in, I guess.
With everyone in the circle, it begins to kind of like the edges begin to glow as they slowly start to move in. As it closes, as it closes, and in a wink or a blink, you're all gone. As Thuella or Manila is still holding out her, like both of y'all are still holding out your fists in a fist bump connected to each other.
My last words to her: "Watch out for them for me."
As you blink out and gone.
Are we leaving it as a cliffhanger?
And
if
gone.
we actually
Manila kind of just slowly lowers her arm. And back to you all, as Phelan, roll me a D100.
Oh God.
Oh no.
I'm so nervous.
Told you this was a terrible
Just want you
idea.
guys to know, I actually have the spell teleportation circle. It's just that Old Reach doesn't have a permanent teleportation circle to go to.
Are we at a
97.
97. So you feel like the equivalent of like the magical equivalent of like rushing wind in your hair as you feel
fly of
yourself
despair.
fly somehow from point A to point B until suddenly, where did you intend to teleport, Phelan?
I would have intended to appear in the either the main hall of the castle in Old Reach,
Mhm.
or like Mara's office where she teleported us that one time.
Okay. Yeah. And so I will say that as you kind of go through this magical rush,
Whichever
it all
one
of a
is bigger,
sudden-
basically.
It all of a sudden stops as everyone kind of clatters on top of the dining room table of the castle at Old Reach. Pans, cups, plates are just go clattering about as
Other
you
people at the
land,
table.
almost snapping the giant table in two. I will say, let's
Tombstone
let
throws up
everyone
on
make me a
Havel.
Constitution saving throw.
I automatically fail because I hate teleportation.
Can I do this with advantage because I have
Yes,
teleported before?
Yes.
24?
25.
Oh dang.
You have a +3, by the way.
I got a 24.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
28.
27 then.
Okay, I
Gosh
have,
dang.
28.
I have a +6 to con, so
I have an 8.
An
+3?
8. So everyone feels that's +3. So everyone feels fine, except for Tombstone and Eitri, who upon the sudden rush, just things didn't settle back down right when they landed.
I immediately as soon as I stand up and I did it! Oh my god!
You did.
I have been trying to do this for the past 25 years.
Phelan, what would have
Phelan.
happened if you didn't do it right?
Now
Now that we're
do you
made it through.
remember? Do you remember? Oh, you weren't there. The rest of us, when Negev teleported us that one time when we appeared like a mile in the sky outside the city,
What?
that can happen.
You can't just leave that out. What? How did you make it out of that?
Look, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm listening.
I've known how to do teleportation a long time, but the problem is I just have never been able to do it yet. I've never had the strength to do it. But after interacting with that Starlight Shard, I don't know, it clicked. But
Well, now I can use this everywhere we go.
No.
it's
No.
So here's the thing. Listen. As long as where we're going has a permanent teleportation circle, like Ninasara or Brahmark, I can take us there easy, because I can just connect to that circle that's already there. It's just Old Reach doesn't have one of those, so I just kind of had to wing it.
We could make one.
What happened to the good
It
old
takes a
days
long
of,
time.
of horse and cart and walking?
Well, you see, a mountain range.
Oh, my
sprung
blind
up.
horse!
Amid vomiting, Eitri says, "Let's do this again."
Emptying his guts. Oh, let's do that again.
Tree adrenaline junkie.
I will say,
Darn.
and as y'all are
Darn.
talking, you hear just like a rush of feet down the stairs. As turning around the corner, you see Mara kind of going down and looking like, what just happened?
Hey Mara, we teleported.
Has Havel met Mara before?
I don't believe so.
Who is she?
Oh, that's Mara. She's kind of our leader, and I said this part in a whisper. And Karu's girl. Don't even try. Don't try.
Understood.
Karu like whacks him as he gets up.
Hey, you shouldn't be hitting me, man. I got you here. You can't tell me you're not happy to see. Hey Mara.
What? Was
I
the door not
teleported us.
enough?
No.
Well, I was aiming for the main hall, not the dining room, but
You
well,
teleported?
yeah, I did.
Ugh.
gonna say congratulations.
Could you
or
get us
good
some
to
water,
see you?
whoever you are?
Yeah.
She's the one in charge.
And Julia's
She's in
kinda
charge?
Like, Julia's kind
I
of
thought
like
she was the-
shoots
I
up.
thought she was the steward.
Do not worry, I
No,
can
she's
get
in
you water.
charge.
As he goes up and starts heading toward the kitchen.
Thanks, Julius.
Secretary? Okay.
No, she's the one in charge.
Greetings. As I'm dripping in vomit from not my vomit though. It is
Just
Tombstone's.
tombstones.
That's what you get. For dragging
Where?
me in
Where could I
here with
bathe?
you.
Yes, there are bathing rooms, downstairs.
Is there a wash nearby?
Yes?
Could you leave me there?
You can walk.
I've never been here.
You could get Balin to teleport you.
Oh,
Hi.
I'm sure Julius will love to show you around Oldreach.
I could do that.
And she kind of looks at the rest of the party, seeing everyone. Is everyone kind of like stumbling back to their feet?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
just standing up stoked.
No.
Thunar's still over there.
I'm writing notes already
He's
about
just
this.
taking it in.
What is Thunar doing?
He's just still got like I guess if he got thrown around, he would have had like I guess he would have been on his knees or whatever just because he got thrown around. But he still would have just been like kind of sit there like slumped on his knees almost.
Yeah.
I'm taking
Tombstone's
furious notes about
spread
this
eagle on the
experience.
dining room table.
Havel is shuffling. You've never seen him standing in such a way like a dinosaur. Shuffling to where he thinks he was directed to take a bath. Throws clothes in the washer.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to do that again for a little bit, so we can rest here and then we can go. We can travel back to Ninasara.
As Kara
Wait.
kind of gets up and
Why didn't we just go to Ninasara?
dusting himself off.
We all said Oldreach.
It has a teleportation circle.
Well, okay. Well, nobody specified that that's where they wanted to go right then. They said Oldreach, then Ninasara. So I just
Now we have a river and mountain range.
Kara-
It's
kind of like.
It's probably better we didn't go to Ninasara. That guy Aegis is real shady, and we have a Starlight Shard.
Mar, you have a starlight shard?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But don't let Aegis know.
Obviously. That's real.
Sure is.
Tombstone ate it.
Yeah. He
She
did
throws
that.
her hands up.
Well, obviously he didn't. He didn't stay eaten.
Well, I died after I ate it, so
That's true. It was the giant tree that ripped it out of him. There's a long story with all.
She
this.
looks at Karu, who just goes like.
Did a lot of drugs.
It's a long story.
It's none of
I
this-
wish I had some drugs right now.
Somebody
Any
give this
news
man a
from
wet
here?
washcloth.
Well, some interesting things have been going on in Oldreach. Outside of that, no news on the Ninasaran front. Things are kind of just settling down with, well, I guess the Ninasaran Council is debating the idea of starting up a new task force, given that they are convinced y'all are dead.
We went back there again. Did they need us to go back one more time?
Y'all went back?
I thought we had.
When did y'all go back?
I don't remember.
Not
if we
since
did.
before we went to the Kingdom of Nemo underwater. It's the last time we've been to Ninasara.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was like a year ago.
I thought because I remember that I remember they thought we were dead already once, and we went and told them
Mara
that
was
we were
supposed to
dead.
tell them. Mara was supposed to tell them, but I guess it didn't work.
Oh, well,
Yeah, she said she was going to.
You're right.
Mara's
You're
been
right. You're
trying
right.
to
You're right.
convince them that we are
Yeah.
alive.
You're right.
but-
You're right. Okay. Well, we're gonna show up there tomorrow, or whenever, and they won't be able to say we're dead then.
Karu kind of like, yeah, we'll go to Ninasara, but I want to come to Oldreach first because we need some rest, we need to resupply, and we need to get ready.
Can I leave this here with Mara?
Preferably, yes. We don't want it to risk getting in the hands of Aegis or any other interested party while we're in Ninasara. He looks toward Mara. You think you can hide that? She'll slowly nod. Yeah, I have a few ideas.
I can always eat it again.
Terrible idea. Well,
And Samara will kind of go up and grab it. I've never seen one in person.
careful.
It's
They're very finicky.
Oh gosh, Mara.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It is.
Don't get too
As
excited.
it's like glowing a nice kind of bright aqua blue.
It didn't taste very good.
Mine did.
It's
Oh,
very
really good.
interesting, and it's very powerful.
Yes,
But it's
yes.
very finicky.
I can imagine. So I will give a nice spot for it.
Great.
Anyways, your rooms are still in order, so you can go and take a load off there if you'd like.
Is there room for me to retire in?
Yes, we have plenty of rooms.
Perfect.
Do you have an attic?
Of sorts?
I start climbing the stairs. I'm gonna find this attic. It's where I'm gonna set up.
Throwing up. Horribly. And just climbing stairs.
And
Haru.
yeah.
Mara talking.
What?
Was Mara still talking? Like,
Oh no, so I was saying she was gonna go start walking off to go hide the shard.
Okay. Karu.
Yes.
After we go to the council and, show them we're not dead, I'd like to make a detour. The whole group doesn't have to go necessarily, but it's been a long time since I've been home.
And where's home?
Not too far from Ninasar. I mean, not too far from the capital city, Ninasar, but just a little ways out. But they have a teleportation circle in the college nearby, in the college there, that should connect to the city.
He looks to you. College?
It's smaller. It's a little research university that was out near where the town that I lived in.
He slowly nods.
It's where I first learned to control all of this.
He kind of nods while looking away, like very thoughtfully. I see. Yeah, we can visit. And as everyone goes off, I believe that is a pretty good place to end the session.
Gunnar
Unless
finally gets up and starts wandering towards the door.
As Phelan gets to his room, he has a sudden realization that he hasn't written his mom since he's been out here. She's gonna kill me.
Begins hastily writing a letter. Anything else people want to do before we end? Alright.
Ransacking this attic. Now my room.
You see a bunch of dusty armor, and that's about it.
Perfect.
And that is
I'm
where we'll end
excited
tonight's
to
session.
see if I get any hits.